Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unexpectables Impromptu Q&A Session.
I have a question.
What's that?
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. You know,
Not
we live in.
Mm.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, gonna answer that question on a curve. I'm doing okay.
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm tired.
Of what?
Are you sure about that, Zito?
Well, Gaijin, I was going to slip into that in going further into the stream, but if you want to open up that fucking can of soda right now or just let it spray all over the place, that's your prerogative, my friend.
Hey, all I said was just ask if you're making sure you're okay.
Well, when it comes to my time, don't worry, I'll let everyone know.
In that case, I'm gonna turn my fan on. Wee-hoo.
Go for it.
Sounds like he needs to blow around a lot of hot air.
We're not doing any recording. This is going to be a Twitch exclusive Q&A session. The reason
Does
we're
that
having
mean
this Q&A session is because, unfortunately, our lovely DM Monty Glue has fallen ill with a case of the sick. And
Yes, Nargul strikes again. Or what's his name?
Nurgle.
Nurgle. That's his name.
She wants to
Nargle.
make-
What is that?
Sorry, I crossed my Warhammer and MNW streams.
Yeah, it's okay. That's fine. That's fine. It happens.
she wants to make sure
Worst
she gets
case.
plenty of rest for her birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday to
Happy
Nadine.
birthday.
Oh, birthday.
And just letting everybody know, we will be doing another one of these specifically for the Prince division on Saturday at the same time as well. I'm not sure who's going to be stopping by for that. It's probably going to be me and Bosco and maybe
Well, what would
Arkov as well.
I'm sure Arkov will pop by and I'll see if Sarah's free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine you low in her window. Sarah! What did I do? Sarah! She's just barbecuing or something with a kiss the cook thing. What? Covered in soot.
And that's when I go, Sarah,
What
why
do you
are
want?
you barbecuing? You should be inside where it's safe.
Out here barbecuing.
Why
right.
are we out here barbecuing?
Why are we barbecuing when we
good,
could
man.
be QQing?
Very nice.
You know, you get a +2 for that one. Kurt, you get a +2.
I'll tell you what, Connor, you're doing such a good job hosting everything. Why don't you start off the gang telling everybody where they can find you and what's going down?
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch at Distortion Devil. I am streaming Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Didn't stream earlier this Tuesday because Blackout Tuesday. Friday is Friday Funhouse, where I play some fun party games with my friends. Saturday, I'm playing through Bayonetta. I think we're closing in on the end. Sunday, I am making Devil May Cry 5 mods. I'm making my D&D character Wolfgang into a Dante recolor for all of his effects and all of his weapons and stuff like that. Also, Tuesdays usually are my Ring Fit Adventure / RIW, Roll Initiative Wrestling, my WWE 2K20 streams using the chat's D&D characters as wrestlers. Also, I have partnered with the good people over at Apocalypse Studios to promote their new game developed by Dennis Dyack, the man behind Blood Omen, Eternal Darkness, and Two Human, Dead House Sonata. I will also be in this game as well, so we're looking forward to that.
Nice.
We should be releasing the first age later this year, and if you want to purchase a Founders Pack to get access to that first age, go ahead and click that Founders link.
Nice.
The game will be free to play after launch, though, so this will just give you some extra goodies if you're willing to support them while they're in development.
Aw.
Well, I do love me grabbing me some cool games, so that might be a stream in the future.
Well,
Uh,
Zito, since you, well, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to cut you off.
No,
after your bonus action.
no, go for it. I was gonna say I was done.
Okay, well, since he's done with his full round action, Zito, since you spoke up, what are you streaming? Speaking of things you might stream.
All right, as a bonus action, you can find me on Twitch, TV/Zito. You can find me over at Zito on Twitch. You can find me on CZ Backlash on Twitter, and you can find me on the Everinged Almanac on Patreon, and my shit's on DM's Guild. Type in my name, type in Christopher Zito, you'll find my stuff. Homebrew-wise, so it's no secret that Fawn is going to be coming out soon, because for the past fucking year, like the better half of a year, I've been fucking afraid of Theros coming out with satyrs, and people would then end up going, oh, you're just copying them, only to discover today that I've been intimidated by a bunch of half-elves that are flavored to be Yuan-Ti for the better part of a fucking year, and I'm so mad. It's just literally Yuan-Ti to look like goat people. It's so bad.
What do we keep telling Azito?
Shut the fuck up, Gim Gam.
No, we don't tell Zito that.
What, shut the fuck up? Yeah, of course you do.
We don't tell Zito shut the fuck up, Gim Gam. We don't tell him that. We tell that to Gambler.
Ah, yes, who could forget good old Gambler?
Oh, good. The new evolution, perfect.
Homebrew-wise, coming out very, very soon, because I'm literally just waiting on artwork at this point, are 3 separate books. The Vizorn, which lets you play a Beholder person, the Malu, which lets you play Slug people, and then the Fawn, which I am now 100% more proud of, to the idea that they will be a very big difference compared to Satyr if you are looking for something different. So, fun times ahead on that. Streaming-wise, Sea of Thieves, it's a game. I like pirates. I love Golden Age of Piracy. Sea of Thieves will happen. Monster Train will happen.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves is really good now, right?
It actually has content, yes. It literally No Man's Skied its way into content.
Yeah, when it came out, it just was missing a lot of stuff, but man...
No, now it actually has a tutorial, so you know it actually is fucking pressed for good shit.
That ocean, baby.
Oh yeah, no, them foams, my dude, them foams.
Them foams, right, pick it up.
I will quickly just finish up what I'm gonna say. Trials of Mana, that's gonna happen again. So, terrible voice. It's so bad. It's just a port. It's a port from like a fucking 7-year-old game. Trials of Mana will be a thing, followed up by Monster Train, because Slay the Spire cards. Why not?
No more marbles.
Marbles will happen. Just not this week.
Game has taken my time for a week straight.
Hey, Kurt, since you
Vinny? I'm sorry, Bosco. Real quick, someone in chat just called me out.
You got called out? Oh, get him!
Get him, Zito. Also watching Vinny. Joke's on you, my dude. I'm a mod for Vinny.
Damn!
You got goofed.
What you know about that life? Hey, Kurt.
Yeah.
You had a lot to say during that whole spiel by Zito. Why don't you tell people where they can find you?
No,
I ain't here no more.
Yes. Oh.
Was it
fired?
Too soon? All right,
I
was
guess
that
I've
too
been
soon?
fired.
No, that's not what I'm. No,
you can find me over at twitch.tv/Takahata101, where well, we've been playing a lot of South Park lately. We're on to the South Park, the Fractured Butthole. We raided the police station and stopped them from sacrificing people to their eldritch god. Dude,
that sounds like that. Whoa, boy.
Well, man, dude, it was the perfect time to play it because, I mean, heavy is the hand of social commentary, and every floor you go up, the police chief gives another speech about, like, you know, the relationship with everybody, and it just progressively gets worse and worse. I know it seems like we're sacrificing people to our dark god, but you have to understand being a police officer is a hard thing to do. But we've been playing a lot of that. And as well, been playing some Total Warhammer because the orcs just got an update. Thank fucking God, they're fun to play as. Now you waw like crazy. As well, we got Multiverse Nexus Wrestling, our professional wrestling show. We're on the road to the July 4th weekend for Multivania. Wait, what? Should I not have said that?
No, you should say that. I'm just tired.
Well, let's start. Like, that's why we're going to go the list, and if you need any help, you got me too. But anyways, guys, we're on the way to our big thing, which we're going to be donating to a charity at the time, which will be important, I believe, because I believe like sometimes
there's so many people that need help. It's the hard part's going to be picking just one. If we
we're going to be selecting a charity, and all proceeds from that big Multivania event, which is our big community-generated wrestling event. It'll be a 2-day thing. It's going to be exhausting, and me and myself and everyone involved are just going to crawl into a cave after it's done.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm probably taking the week off afterwards, actually. Just like
I'm not. The show must go on, but it'll be a lot of orange.
Okay,
That's
now I'm actually doing my show. Actually, the following week.
Fuck you!
And yeah, that's what we got going on over at my personal channel, guys. And I think I'm late at night. It's trying time. I'm gonna bring out the lo-fi hip hop beats to chill and relax to. It's time for some ASMR radio.
All right. And last but certainly not least, our resident Kenku, Gaijin Goomba. Where you be at?
Man, I'm gonna be panicking all over the place. Also, I saw that you guys were almost about to start the call without me. That made me very sad.
No, we were not going to start the call without you. We knew you were on your way, so we figured by the time you get here, you'd be good to go. And you were right on time.
Wasco, it's
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you a hard time because I don't
Oh,
ever get to
shoot.
do that.
I am so
Ever.
sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. Continue, please. Sorry.
Okay. Hey, guess who got their first copyright strike in their entire 8-year career?
Goomba!
Is it you?
Goomba!
Yeah.
Goomba.
Guess who gave it to him?
Was it Goomba?
It was Sony.
Is it Studio
It was
Ghibli?
Sony.
Goomba, was it exactly like I said?
Yeah, it is exactly like you said.
Yeah,
You wanna
I
know what-
hate being right. Fucking
Boy,
hate.
I hate you being right too, buddy. Let me tell you. So, you remember that Spirited Away video that I spent 2 fucking weeks slaving on? 20 minutes long, a shit ton of edits. It's gone now.
Oh.
Basically, what happened is that Studio Ghibli does blanket takedowns, but I'm under the suspicion that they actually don't give a shit. They just don't want people re-uploading entire movies, but they're really lazy about it. So the hope is that they're just gonna forget that it happened and it just goes back up. Because I have broken no U.S. law. The thing that people gotta understand who've been getting pissed off at that is that Japan has no fair use clause in its constitution. It doesn't exist. So in their eyes,
yep. This is. I want you to know right now. I'm just like, if I nod anymore, my head's gonna snap off. I just.
no,
want-
it's fine.
Let me tell you about.
Dragon Ball Z abridged.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Except the difference between Toei and Studio Ghibli is that I don't think Studio Ghibli gives a shit enough to go after people legally. So that's anywho. So I've been struggling to try and get motivated into the next video, but you guys be happy to know the next video I'm working on is a breakdown of Xanthar's very own fighter archetype, Samurai. I got a lot to say about that and how it was originally put together, because it feels slapdash. It sounded slapdash, but we're going to see how slapdash it is.
I will be watching this one with scrutiny.
Oh, excellent then. Other than that, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, we actually took Taiko Tuesday off yesterday. We streamed Orion and the Koryodan, which was a Cameroonian-made game, in my attempt to give a little bit more attention to the Black community that's putting art out there, and it's freaking fantastic. Made by a self-taught team of 16, and it's really good. Check that out, definitely. We raised over $800, and I'm having the same problem you guys are having in that I don't know where that.
Dude, there's a lot. It's a paralyzation of choice right now.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it needs to go to a bail bond, a bail fund. But it's like I'm trying to figure out which one. I heard there was like Ace Blue subdivides it amongst 50 different bonds, but I'm not sure if that's really going to make an impact.
God, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare trying to figure out which one is reputable for New York.
Yeah, that's been my worries. I don't want to send that to a fake account, so I've been there. Aside from that, I am officially starting work on the Kappa homebrew race. The stat block is basically done. I just need to get art put together. I need to get lore fluff put together, and then organize it all together amidst everything else that I've been doing. So,
And then we must fight for the release date.
yeah.
And then we have to kill each other Mishima style, and then come back in Tekken 7. One of us will be old, one of us will be younger.
Can I be old so I can die faster?
you no, that's the Gaijin. It's fucking Mishima. He doesn't die. He
I
just
can
comes
kill
back
you,
more
Goomba.
angry.
Either way, one of you is getting thrown into a volcano. Perhaps both.
Yay!
But God, what was
Scientology.
I do want to say too that as soon as Ninjala comes out on the 24th, I will be streaming the shit out of that, because apparently I'm a god in that game. Go check my archive if you want evidence, because good holy god. Yeah, you could find Connor and myself tomorrow over at Colonel Cherry's channel, doing Shadows We Cast, and we're about to storm a Knoll Castle, or not a Knoll Castle, a Bugbear Castle. So that's gonna be fun.
Given that every bugbear has whooped our ass so far.
I mean, I'm trying, man.
So am I. I'm throwing myself desperately in front of you, squishy fuckers.
You guys really need to see this. Imagine if Connor and I switched places in terms of the kinds of characters we play. It is night and day, and it's so weird but beautiful.
It's nuts.
Anyway, that's I had a lot.
So
right.
I see that there's a lot of people in the chat trying to figure out what the heck's going on. So Connor, do you want to once again reiterate what is going down tonight?
Absolutely. Monty is feeling very under the weather today. She's very low energy, and this next episode is going to be pretty important. And she wants to be at 100% for it. So she is taking some rest. There won't be a Prince Division later this week either. Instead, we'll be having a Prince Division specific Q&A episode that we'll be uploading to this channel as well. So today we're doing Unexpectables Q&A. Yeah.
How unexpected.
So basically, I'm gonna be your Diet Monty for the night, and you're gonna ask these lovely four people.
That's after
questions.
you shill yourself.
Yeah, I'll show myself. But what I first of all, so we have to recognize Monty's birthday's tomorrow. So she also wants to make sure she's healthy for her birthday. So everybody, make sure tomorrow you wish her a happy birthday on the tweetars, or wish her a happy birthday here, and hopefully she sees it or hears it. Also, I'd like to point out, because I get to see Kurt all the time because we do wrestling, and I get to see Connor on Saturdays. You really don't know what you have until it's gone, and I have missed the hell out of Gaijin and Zito, and I just want to say that live for all of you here tonight. It feels so good to be back in a room with these four idiots. I love it.
Yeah.
You fucking suck up.
It feels great. It feels really good.
Kurt, you shut the hell up. He's the only one that cares about my backstory.
It's true. By the way, for the
motherfucker right here.
For the person that was like, hey, when do I hear about Greco's backstory? I'm like, well, there was the episode where he went to go help Remy with Volo. There was the episode where they basically just talked about it by the in the city. There's like countless episodes where they've talked about it. So maybe there's the episode where Remy spoke Japanese. Go look it up. It got legit. It got legit. So also, I'd like to point out this first question that I'm about to ask you guys is like the prototypical question for what is going to happen tonight, because it's a TPK question.
First, actually, I'd like to thank everybody who's
go ahead, by all means,
resubscribed.
Yeah, so you gotta get through all those amazing bits that we're dropping.
Oh yeah, you have to do bits. I
definitely
completely forgot. People are still
earlier in the night. Bean Shovel, thank you for subscribing for 2 months in a row. Hello. Timitor, thank you for resubscribing with Twitch Prime. Time for some Q&A. Gazoonite.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Am I missing? Oh, all right. Timitor, thank you for subscribing for 2 months. Time for some Q&A. Gomared, thank you for subscribing for 2 months. Yay, live! Not Obsidian, thank you for resubscribing for an additional 2 months as well. Use a smiley face. Jai Kaizen, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Boyoyo Lee. Mental Fire, thank you for the 5,000 bits. No message, just bits. Crazy Tail 30, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. You guys, hey. Mech God, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. Super Blue Hedgehog, thank you for the 500 bits for the recovery of Monty. Get well soon. Please call me Randy. Okay, Randy. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Randy. Oh, time thy pyramids or kobolds? I don't know. Time is weird, man. Yes, it is. X Nikev, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. Fusebox08, thank you for the 200 bits. Miss Tweetums, thank you for giving 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Killer B the 18, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. Cesaro 94, thank you for the 300 bits. May Monty get better for her birthday. General Red Panda, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Hey, Unexpectables, I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys have helped me get through losing 2 major family members and moving and starting my life over. God damn.
Jesus, man.
I'm sorry to hear that, General Red Panda. You guys got me through it all in a far better condition than I would have without. Thank you so much for everything, and yes, even you, Bosco. Wow, throwing Bosco under the bus, but seriously, dude.
You know what? To be in their defense, I definitely deserve it.
That's super awful to hear, and I'm glad that you're recovering from this, and I'm glad we can be of some small comfort in these trying times.
And if it makes you feel better, every day that you wake up, you can look in the mirror and say, "Man, I'm not Bosco," and that's a good day.
You can look in the mirror and say you made it as well.
Every time
That
you say
too.
that, Bosco has like a miniature heart attack.
But thank you for the 1,000 bits, and thanks for sticking with us. McCleary9615, thank you for the 1,550 bits. Evening, you beauty beans. Thanks for being a positive force in the community. And thank you for sticking around. Commander Solus, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. Rook Alec, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months as well. Blackfoot Fairy, thank you for the 9,001 bits.
No, you said it
You
wrong.
guys, well, maybe I'm
sorry, are you reading the bits? Let him finish. God. Sorry, I'm so sorry they're being so rude to you.
You guys are all awesome limes, yeah. Dark Magic Pez, thank you for resubscribing with Twitch Prime for 2 months in a row. And Moz, thank you for the 30,000 bits.
Oh my God!
Did it happen?
Oh my Christ!
Seriously.
That's
Well,
so much
hi
ramen
again,
noodles
guys.
for Nadine.
Yeah, it certainly is. You could buy a whole frog with that.
Send her
Hi.
Pac-Man frogs tomorrow on her Twitter.
There we go.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, hi again, guys. Guess who has 2 thumbs and is getting married in a few days?
Oh,
This
shit.
person. Oh shit! Congratulations, Moz.
Congratulations.
Planning was a biatch, and a few things have gone sideways.
That.
But everything has worked out, and I won't be able to watch next week as I'll be on honeymoon. But have some bits as I try to enjoy my final days as a single man. Well, congratulations, Moz. There's always the VODs you can catch up on. Hopefully, you and your significant other can catch up on them. And congratulations.
Oh, all right. You know what? Enjoy your honeymoon.
This is not. I'm not okay with
I
this.
see the.
I'm not okay with it.
I see the scroll bar going down. I have a feeling something happened. Improved Furball. Thank you so much, Moz, for the 30,000. Improved Furball, thank you for the 10,000. Happy birthday, Money. Well, I'm sure Money is appreciating your birthday bits
Oh
as
my
much as we are.
God. It'll never not be fucking stunning to see that. Like, my God,
Oh
dude.
God!
Holy shit.
Yep, that is a lot of things that just happened. I saw my scroll bar going down, and I'm just like, Oh my gosh! Thank you, Improved Furball, so much. Achilles, thank you for gifting 2 subs to the community. Pyrotherian, thank you for the 5,000 bits. Simply Ruckus, thank you for subscribing. Mad Tom K, thank you for the 500 bits. Looking forward to see the campaign continue soon. Also, thanks for helping me escape law school plus the bar with my sanity. Whoa! Nice, dude. Congrats on completing the bar.
Jeez.
That is awesome. My friend just did that too.
Hell yeah. We're almost done here. Retro Royal Knight, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub. Lasume the Robot, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Gino Kaze, thank you for resubscribing for 2 months. And Probate, gifting 100 tier 1 subs to the community. Holy God.
100 subs!
No,
1,000.
no.
Thank you so much. All right, and without further ado, I think that means we should get started here with these questions, Bosco.
Yeah,
Away, if
and
you will.
the first one is a doozy because the first one is from Sir Normali, the Italian Azamar, asking, my question to the players is that was there a time where you thought a party wipe would happen in the Unexpectables campaign? If so, when and why? So let's
like 2
anybody.
times.
When
There-
were
yeah.
those?
There were 2 instances.
Yep, I can think of two.
stuck in
I
the
wonder if we're all
realm
thinking of the same thing.
We're
Probably.
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 Zito, go ahead.
The Orin clergy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought that
yeah.
was a party wipe. Followed by, it's a tough call between when we entered on what the fuck is his name? We haven't seen him in so long.
Still
The
having?
Yeah, Still Havity. When we were in Still Havity's lair and shit went south.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say still Havity's Lair. Definitely the Orin clergy on the high sea. And strangely enough, I thought that fucking predator was gonna completely TPK us. Honestly, Connor, if you didn't dispel magic and then we just JoJo kicked the shit out of
Yeah,
it,
it's what it was.
I figured we would have died. And if
It
Monty
was-
had
it
actually
was just-
thrown if Monty had thrown a real steel predator at us, we would have died. Period.
Yeah, it was just going to pick us off one by one, and it started with the healer. So, yeah, that was the. I actually have different ones. The two instances that I can think of right off. I mean, the ship was scary, but like I don't think that Monty would kill us like that. Two really hard situations we found ourselves in was right when we went into the Underdark and we came across that drow patrol with the huge guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down pretty much immediately. Greckles lost his sword, and I think Borky was charmed or something.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. It was a long time ago, but it feels like it's a long time ago. But that was it was pretty scary. Another one I
tight.
can think of, yeah. When we were preparing to fight the monsters culling.
Oh, yeah.
Defending that changeling baby. I mean, it sounded like they were coming in force, and there was we were low level.
It was 3 episodes of straight combat encounters.
Yeah,
So that was a
it
bit
was
of a
rough.
gauntlet.
We were low on resources. We were lower level as well. I think we were like level 4 or 5.
No, I think we're 6 at that point.
Yeah,
or
I thought
7.
we were 6 or 7.
Yeah. Either way,
Wow.
I can
yeah.
see that.
Anybody else?
I think everybody answered, right?
Yeah, I mean, like the high seas is definitely one of the hottest ones. I think would be the hottest, one of the highest ones.
Oh, so hot.
It's really hot. But yeah, I mean, I'd say when we were fighting Athtar, I was genuinely nervous. I was nervous about that fight.
I was nervous about that, but I mean, all things considered, like we were prepping for that so much, and we had such a good plan that that actually made me feel way better. Like just essentially dropping 2 castles' weight worth of dinosaur onto just the entire encampment. Like I felt pretty good after that. Like I knew I thought it was gonna be hard, but that was the first time I ever experienced legendary actions. I actually was like, what the hell is going on? Because something you gotta remember, I'm a 3.5 boy. So
Yeah, me too. First time I knew about them, and I literally said in the game, I'm like, well, if he has legendary actions, we're screwed. And then literally Monty goes, well, he's gonna use a legendary action. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh no, he's activating his Bankai! I hate this!
All right. Well, the next question is a little bit more uplifting, and we'll start with Kurt because I feel like his character is the most likely to do this. If your character was scared, whose arms would they Scooby-Doo jump into? And this is from Marshall Academic.
Oh, that's good. He would panics. He would definitely jump into panic. Zoinks! You watch out there, panic.
Ruh-roh, Rocky.
Ruh-roh. What about
Oh,
the
no,
rest
no,
of you guys? Who
I'm
are you
Scooby.
Scooby-Doo jumping into their arms for?
Freckles.
So wait.
Wait,
was that
Task is
Reckoning or
jumping
was
into
that
Greckle's arms? Oh my.
Yeah.
Ship it. I ship it.
Huh. This is interesting.
Bosco, fuck you.
You know what, Bosco? Honestly, Greckles would jump into Remy's arms
Hey!
because he's the tank.
It's fair. Although Panic might want a word with you. Speaking of which, how about you, Connor?
Gosh, probably Borky. I'd have to say.
I would have picked Zeus, but Borky is also a large.
Zeus was
giant
on the tip of
man.
my tongue. I was like,
Got him.
Jeez.
Very nice. Very nice. Question for the entire cast, and this is from Karate Eagle. Just real quick, which NPC is your favorite, whether in character or out? And I think we've answered this before, so if you've said it before, it's all good.
Favorite NPC? Christ, there's so many.
I know.
There
Good
is
luck.
a
Have
lot.
fun. Goodbye.
I love you. Bye bye.
Oh god damn it, that's really hard.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Doros. Mostly because him not talking is just such a fascinating thing because Monty has to still speak through him whenever there's any sort of communication going on, and the fact that he speaks so very little really leaves a much larger impression and a more powerful impression. So
I can respect that. For those purposes alone, I would agree with you on it, but I have a snake bias, so Hasrod.
Oh, how dare you!
Of course you do.
Listen, reptiles are fucking rat. The guy who draws them. Gee, I would never have fucking guessed.
Connor?
I might be a little biased, but I've loved the interactions with Scarlet.
Yep. That's on point. Kurt?
Oh, Mr. Borpington.
I was gonna say this is what if it's not
Mr.
Borpington.
Mr. Borpington or Log? I mean, you tell me right now that's just like it's like the perfect kind of cartoony that I love.
You ever get the feeling that Monty just like makes certain NPCs like, okay, this is for blank.
Yeah,
Like you just know.
Maybe.
Like, that's meant for
mean,
me.
like, that's what I did too. It's
Like, all right, so that is meant to be my NPC. Got it. We're gonna bond. I feel it.
I just want to imagine Monty, and their chef will have a fish head.
This is for Kurt. This is absolutely for my brother. All right, moving right on down the line, we've got Retro. Also, sorry if anybody wants me to actually answer a question, I will, but I'm just trying to get through as many as possible. Retro, question for everyone: if your character had to use one use of the wish spell, what would it be?
Kill Darkus.
Okay, fair. That's a good one.
To fly.
Really? He wouldn't bring back his whole kobold tribe?
Way to waste a wish.
Well, no, he really wants Darkus dead. I mean, I get it.
I mean, fair enough.
Sad Naruto music intensifies.
Dude, would you want the past to relive itself, possibly, or would you rather just get rid of the problem and move on with your life?
Yeah. That's fair. That is very fair. Also, Greckles, you said fly, right? That's a good one for a Kenku. Hell yeah. I mean, technically, you have flown, just not by yourself.
Well, not willingly. That's the problem.
That's true. Well, I mean, you were willingly on a Griffon.
Yeah, but you're not controlling it, so it's.
That's for well.
That's.
If I ever come back, we'll put you back on him, and you can just take him up in the air.
Well, it's like one of the things that was asked once before. It was like, what was the one item that you got really pissed off that you lost? And for Greckles, that would be the Cloak of the Manta Ray, because it was the closest thing he ever experienced to it. So
that makes a lot of sense. Kurt,
Yeah.
Connor.
I don't think I want to say mine because it might actually happen.
That's fair.
I can learn the wish spell.
You cut out on my end. Could you repeat? What
Yeah,
you
so the question from Retro is, if you had a use of the wish spell, what would you wish?
What would I wish for? Borky just blinks, and there's just cheesery right beside the sweet dragon. Yay!
Borky establishes the Cheesecake Factory.
Hooray! It's perfect. The menu's gonna be so big, people will get bored and choose something
18
halfway
pages
through.
long.
That means it's good.
I think Remy's is pretty straightforward. He'd want to know about his dad. Let's see. Here we go. This one is for you, Zito. This is from Yuki. If you could give Task any one legendary weapon, which one would you give him?
I have to actually look at legendary items now. Fuck. One moment.
Well, I'll give you a minute. You
Go
look
into D&D Beyond. Please get another question.
Yeah, that's totally fine. All right, so This one is from Probate, and this is really good. Connor, this is probably, we'll start with you. Question for all. Are there any other gods or celestials that you would like your characters to have a conversation with?
Livrosia.
Yep, that's a good one.
God of Luck.
Fair enough. I don't know if that exists in this.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
There's a
Well,
God
yeah.
of Luck.
There's Talentura. No, that's gambling.
Yeah, Turner.
There is a- Turner. Tina Turner.
Shell, where you at? Shell, where you at? We need the pantheon.
I want to
Turner
talk to the
turn
God
signal.
of Luck. I
Tell
want to
it,
talk to the God of Luck. Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Wow.
What about you, Gaijin?
I mean, the default answer would be Orin, but the problem
Okay.
is Orin is more of a natural force, and possibly not even much of a cohesive god in terms of communication and generalized humanity. But you know,
He's
So,
sort of like
yeah.
he's more like a primordial force.
That is
Right.
fair.
which is very hard to talk to.
Zito, while you're looking stuff up, is there any god that Task would want to scream at?
I got the item.
Okay. So do item and then god.
All right, item. If I was capable of having Task be able to use a longbow, there's an item called the Oath Bow. When you make a ranged attack roll with this weapon against your sworn enemy, you have advantage on the roll. In addition, your target gains no benefit from cover, other than total cover, and you suffer no disadvantage due to long range. If the attack hits, your sworn enemy takes an extra 3d6 piercing. While your sworn enemy lives, you have disadvantage on attack rolls with all other weapons. Proficiency with a longbow allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack you make with it.
That's pretty cool, to be honest.
That's
that's
very up Task's alley.
Yep.
Holy
That-
crap.
That's literally just like, Azra Sahar, fuck you! 5 minutes later. Ah!
yeah.
Gods?
Yes.
So repeat the question real quick because I was looking at the item.
So, are there any gods or celestials that you would like your characters to have a conversation with?
Soren. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Just literally, what the fuck?
The Nani to fuck. Hey, Chris. Do you want another question?
Sure, why not?
Do you think Task will be the longest living red kobold if he doesn't die in combat?
Azra Zahar.
Yeah. Do you think he'll outlive her?
Christ, at this point, I don't know.
That's
Unless we take him out of combat and he just gets to, I just want to live a quiet life. Let's just let him do that, then sure, why not?
Very nice. And that was from Kaze3173. Question for Panic and Borky. This is from Jared. If you were to start a band with Log, what would you name it?
Okay, give us a moment. We need to workshop this a little bit.
All right, so Zito, I got another one from you from Darth Revan. I want to
Helium
know,
Lewis and the news.
what was the inspiration for Task?
Except the base square.
God damn it. Task was originally just a concept art for a game design project that fell through the cracks because the dev team kind of just fell apart. And then I've said, you know what? If someone wants me to play a kobold character, I really don't feel like drawing anything. What do I have in my backlog? Oh, this guy looks cool. I'll use him.
Nice. All right, Borky, Panic, band name. Be clever. On the spot.
Oh
with no
shit!
prep.
No, we can't do that. That's a high ask. I'm like thinking here because I'm like, all right, what's a similar trend between an orc, a tiefling, and a chippy robot? Just nothing actually. There's all pretty much very far apart from each other.
Tin cans. Something has to do with trash cans. Something.
Yep.
Something.
The good, the bad, and the Borky.
There you go.
Yeah.
Call it Task and the Kobolds. It's like Hootie and the Blowfish. There's no Task and there's no Kobolds.
Why not? Why can't we just call it the Green Machine?
Borky wants.
Come on, no, give it for the Green Machine. It's tall, it's
Borky in the
beautiful.
trash cans.
The Panic Grimtog tribute band.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Rage Against the Machine. The chat said that would work.
There we go. There we
Wait
go.
a
We
minute.
finally got it.
There we go.
It's all Rage with the no, it'd be Rage with the Machine.
Oh, nice. I was about to say, is orichalcum a fucking thing in D&D? Because that's
There
an
you
orc
go.
metal.
Fair enough. Let's see. Questions. So this one I think is one we've answered before, but you can think of a new one if you want. Foxblood wants to know, to each of you, what song do you think best represents your character?
River of Souls metal cover from Turok, the Dinosaur Hunter 2.
Damn. All right. Borky.
Doom? Question mark?
Okay. Guy Gene.
I'm really trying to think. Because who it was Sky Blue Shinx that did all of the character oriented music a long time ago, right?
Yes.
Because when he released Tengu, I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's it. Especially because the way that he was able to throw stringed harmonics to make it actually sound like bird calling. I'm like, fuck, this is it. I can't think of anything else. So yeah, that's my answer.
Connor.
You Got Another Thing Coming by Judas Priest.
Hell yeah. Nice. For Remy, it's for Remy it'd be Elysium / Honor Him from the Gladiator soundtrack.
Oh, dope.
You know what? You
Yeah.
know, someone
What?
shouted out one for Borky that's way better than what I came up with.
What's up?
Chop Suey.
Chop Suey's great. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. True story. I've actually piped in that song from Gladiator into my headphones during certain scenes to be like, all right, we're in a fucking mode.
Oh yeah, dude. That's exactly what I do for Task when it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, Task, you have a big combat moment. River
I'm
of
like,
Souls,
well,
River
time
of
to
Souls,
put
River
the
of Souls,
shades
River of
on.
Souls.
Hell yeah. Let's see. So here's a good one from Wedward saying, everyone, of all the enemies you've made, which do your characters fear the most?
Sorry, say that again?
So of all of the enemies that you've made, which do your characters fear the most? Which enemies do you fear the most?
Mine is so self-explanatory. Do I even?
Yeah, it's Darkest, right? Like, duh.
Yeah.
Anything with charm. I'm fucking terrified.
Probably the Arcanoloth.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
I
fair
I
enough.
don't like being brain controlled.
Probably Tango, all things considered.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Connor?
Does Omnima count as an enemy?
Yeah, because technically you were opposing him.
I guess. Yeah. That definitely, because Panic could see himself becoming that in a different lifetime, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I think Florida Mort would also be another really good one because it just seems completely unstoppable.
True. Although now that you know more about him, maybe it's less in the fear because you have more of an understanding.
We would know
Also-
to avoid him, but there's no way to fight him just because.
That's true. How
Also,
do you
we
fight
now
a
know
forest?
one of Florida Mort's glaring weaknesses.
Yeah,
That's true.
but
Yeah.
I brought up the idea of a construct army before, but that's what it would take to completely dismantle him.
I mean, maybe once all this is done and the kobolds stop being hermits.
True. All right. Oh, I guess I got to do Remy. 'Cause they said everyone. What do we think? Probably for. Oh boy, fear though. I don't think we've met the character yet.
Okay.
I think
Oh,
it'll come,
nice.
but I don't think we've met the character yet that Remy would fear.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So no spoilerinos then.
Yeah, basically. All right. DeLuna13, this is for everyone. Did you expect the campaign to last this long, and are you all happy with how it's been so far?
No and yes.
No and yes.
It's kind of and yes. Because
was the question again?
The question is, did you expect the campaign to be this long, and are you happy with how it's gone so far?
Yeah,
and so
no
far
and
it's been
yes.
no and yes.
I mean, for me, I expected it to go a fairly lengthy amount of time, simply because about 6 or 7 episodes in, I could see how this really would be in the long run. I mean, it could go through infinity if we all so desire, unless we start getting
Gaijin,
stale.
I'd like to also play other characters.
I would,
Zeno,
I would too.
Zeno, I'm worried if you ever play another character, you're gonna be like, I'll be a ferret. Doesn't you'll be on something. You'll be on some homebrew that sounds like a madman came up with it. Ah, yes. Like,
Come to learn out, it's just his latest upload on DM's Guild.
Yo, listen, only if Monty would allow it, and from the looks of it, the only thing she allowed was giant gator people. So you know what? Here I go being on slow again.
I mean, I'm down with that.
yeah,
Gonna be a
wouldn't like that?
plankton,
So
a plankton warlock
Deluna, I think
patron
they
as yourself.
Oh, that's
I went to college!
So Deluna, I think the consensus is no, that ain't expected to last this long. Yes, they're very happy with it. Here's another question for Zito. This one is from Fairy Blitz. Zito, what would Task be like if he never lost his clan?
Probably still be an angry, feral little asshole with no social skills.
Fair enough.
Because
Just
he never
happier.
never left the mountain, and basically the only other people he would ever have any sort of like social interaction with would be either his family, which the only people in his life that he would be fucking nice to, apart from everyone else in his clan who he has to be neutral for, and then all the other kobold clans outside of his own, which he has to be an enemy to. So, you know, just a ball of hate 24 hours a day as opposed to maybe twice out of the week.
Nice.
Cass has made strides.
He has. So this is a question for Connor. This is from Gamer Guru, saying, why doesn't Panic ever go after any potential love interest? And if this is spoilery, you're welcome to opt out, but they want to know, why don't you ever go after any potential love interests?
Well, Panic really didn't go after any potential love interests up until this point. I think I've said it in character before, but he said he just wasn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
He's had quite a few opportunities, and he's just been like, you know what, I'm not in the headspace to give myself to another person at the moment, so I'm just going to shut myself off. I'll still have friends and people that I like, but I'm just going to, as far as relationships go, I can't have that interfering with what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. Here's an interesting question for everyone. This is from Zane asking, what is your favorite type of dragon from either chromatic or metallic?
Copper, because they don't shut the fuck up and they always get in people's business.
I love that they do prank.
Yeah, they prank so hard.
Good prank.
I gotta say, I really do love silver dragons because they're basically weeaboos of humans. They are. I love it.
Fair.
Kurt,
Gold dragons, because they're cool as fuck.
Connor.
Which one, Connor?
Gold dragons, because they're cool as fuck.
Mm,
like the gold
undead dragons, because that's metal as fuck.
Undead, so like bone dragons?
Oh, so like
Dracolich?
Dragon.
So Draco Liches, the thing that nobody likes, in between the metallic and the chromatic.
Well, I've never had to face one. I just think it's cool. Why the fuck not?
Even
Literally ships up to the family
maybe I don't like
gathering.
maybe I don't like I don't like war. Maybe I don't like what was it?
Mhm.
What is it? What's Greymon's evolution? One that's a skeleton and one that's
War
metal.
Greymon? Oh, the
Metal Greymon, and there's Bone
Okay.
Greymon.
let me put it this way: even Tiamat thinks it's a bad idea. And
I think
she's
you're thinking
fucking
of Skull
crazy.
Greymon.
Yeah,
Skull
Skull
Greymon, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Fucking metal as shit.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fucking metal.
Yeah. All right. So I'm seeing a lot of questions that are asking specifically about Remy and what he's been doing while the gang has been gone. I'm not going to answer that because if he ever shows up in the campaign again, I'm going to have to answer that in the game. So that's kind of spoilery. So just remember, if it's a spoiler question, we can't really answer it. So if you're wondering why I'm skipping over certain questions, it's either because we've answered it, I can't answer it, or it's probably something that we've answered a million times, so we're trying to get as many different ones as we can. On that note,
No, you're just hanging out with
question for what's up?
just hanging out with the mounts this whole time.
I mean, basically, yeah. We'll see what's been going on. The Prince asks a question. This is actually really interesting. So the last few arcs have all had some seriously amazing established episodes, like the Orin boat raid or the Dragon Assault on Alavast. Do you have a favorite episode that clearly set the stakes for what your adventure was? Your next adventure was?
Like personally?
I guess the best way to ask this is, was there a specific episode or moment where you're like, man, this has just set the tone?
Yeah, after
I
what's no, go ahead. I'm still trying to think.
I feel like this question would be way more potent if we were stuck to an arc. Like if you told us, all right, gun to your head, this arc, what's the most, like, get ready, shit's going down episode? And if, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, how about this? How about for, the Dolmar arc?
Mm.
And
Yeah,
I would say the moment that Marcus Sweet was killed.
So
This one's
sorry, go for it.
okay. I was gonna say this one's really, really simple, but after defeating Athtar and finding the Sunblade, that was it. I mean, that really set up, like, that kind of went beyond what I was even planning to do with Greckles. Like, I thought to myself, what would he do given the current circumstance, how drifting he's been, and where he's at mentally and spiritually, and it just felt like it would make sense. And Monty's been giving little hints here and there that something more will happen with that, and I'm really stoked about it.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
The question was, what was the question again?
It was
Maskell?
which episode? Which episode was the one that made you realize that shit's going down?
Yeah, like what episode for you was like, it's setting the stakes for what's about to come?
Like, shit's about to get real.
Shit's about to get real.
Yep.
Right before we fought the Arcanoloth and we learned all of that shit about Lys Alavast.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? We're prophecy heroes? Are you kidding me? This is bullshit.
So one that was a lot less subtle that I think set the tone was the dragon invasion, because it was legit. The casualties and the scope of, like, Panic almost dies, and then there are casualties, and who's not in the city anymore. Like, that set the arc of, like, oh man, this guy that Task is hunting is a bad dude.
Everyone was separated, and that had this.
That's the
really
worst part. Is like, oh man, we might never see
that
each
had
other again.
That created a really good energy, though. Just, I imagine, like, this, like, it's like the end of the episode, and just like the end music starts playing, where it just cuts to a still frame of all of us in our battle poses, and we both take on our own challenges. It was fun.
Yeah. Another question for the group. We heard from the Prince. Now let's hear from the Rebel. A question for everyone. If your characters were transformed into classic movie monsters, Wolfman, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, what do you think they would be?
Wow.
Shit.
I think this one's pretty on the nose, but definitely Dracula.
Yeah, Panic has to be Dracula.
I would turn into Freddy Krueger, because I'm every enemy's worst nightmare.
Damn.
Thank you.
I will accept it. Not technically a classic monster movie, but I will take it.
Thank
You want to know? I just thought of one, but I don't know if you would consider it classic enough. But it's been old enough that I feel like it's
Is it
okay.
in black and white?
There's a version of it as such.
Okay, I'll take it.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Sure.
I'll take that. That's old school. What about you, Gaijin?
This is gonna be a weird pull, but I'd probably say the Invisible Man.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's yeah. Boy. I'd love to see Remy be the Wolfman, because he's all about hiding his emotions and keeping everything under control. can do that when you're a wolf man, so that'd be cool. Also, best monster of all the classics, in my opinion, humble opinion. Lon Chaney, rock it out. Let's see. Questions. Here's an interesting question. This is from Harry. My question would be, if the Unexpectable members could each get a custom add-on to the Sweet Dragon, what would they want added on?
Panic already has his.
That's what I say. Greckles already has his.
Task has his, the fucking trophy room.
Just give me the microphone. Give me the microphone.
Cheesery, I want the cheesery right now.
Actually, Cheesery was the example that they gave, so there you go.
I mean, the bathhouse and the training room. Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
Yeah, the stage.
Yeah.
I just want to hang the head of my enemies on the wall. Why is that so difficult?
Why is this so hard?
This is
I
hard.
want the.
No, but here's the true question: who's gonna taxidermy them?
Oh, that's Task. Task
You
is
can
gonna do the
find
whole
a
process. Are you
taxidermist.
kidding me?
Hi.
Task is gonna handle that whole fucking thing.
Yeah, hello,
We can
right
find-
here.
It's like he kills it, he stuffs it, he mounts it, and then he displays it.
I was about to say I want to see like an ongoing process, like a multi-panel comic of just the step-by-step of Taz.
Artist, draw it.
taxidermying
We got an art stream coming up. Get on it, artists.
I'm gonna
Task
put
doing taxidermy.
Panic's gonna put it on the fridge.
You realize there's gonna be like 30 pictures, and it's all gonna be this. And
Oh
you're gonna
fuck
regret
yeah.
it. All right, here's an interesting question. This is from Running Man 355. If your characters had to get a job, which one would it be, and do you think they would be good at it? Borky, let's start with you.
I'd be a soup chef.
Nice.
Would you be good at it?
Well, I mean, it depends how many soup chefs are in the kitchen.
Oh, I just thought of a really bad one for Task, but it fits very well.
Say it.
Post officer.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah. See.
Oh, one of these days it's gonna happen. He's gonna go postal.
That's what happens when he retires.
Yep.
I was actually gonna say for Greckles Post Runner. It would work. Oh boy.
Panic.
The stream is hiccuping just a little
Yeah,
bit.
I see
by
that.
the way. Okay.
Are we good now, everybody? We stream stop hiccuping. Stop
Hopefully,
hiccuping?
yep.
I think so.
Stop hacking.
Stop hiccuping.
If you are,
Yeah, make sure you guys are
experiencing
refreshing,
issues,
and that should
refresh.
do it.
F5, F5, please.
F5.
Yeah, hopefully my internet issues should be fixed soon here. So.
So here's.
If,
Do
I
you
think-
have a answer
I think
to
it'd
the
be
question?
pretty
Panic?
obvious. Panic would probably work at the Romantian.
Fair enough.
Oh,
He'd be
fair.
like a male counterpart to Starlight.
Interesting.
Right, Rad.
What would Gaijin do?
Well, I said Post Runner just because of
So you and Task are just teaming up. You guys are going to run the whole postal
Speed.
search.
See, that's the thought, but honestly, I think he would try and fight Welsh for his job.
You'd fight him?
Well, not literally.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Puts up
You
his
try to be-
wings, fisticuffs style, like fucking go.
I'm gonna take your job, good sir.
That's like plenty.
Goodbye. All right. So we have another question. This one is from Ravioli. That is
What's
actually
in
their
the
name.
pocket only?
Question is for basically everyone. Only basically everyone. Not everyone. Basically everyone. As players, what do you think your character's biggest mistakes are, and how do you think they affected the story?
Oh my god, we're gonna be here for fucking hours if you ask me that.
Right. I'll tell you what. Pick like the biggest mistake. We'll do one each. Or if you really need to do two, you can do two.
Biggest mistake is being a jerk off to Solly.
Okay. And how do you think that affected the story?
We almost would have had a bad end in season 1.
All right.
As mentioned by Monty.
I would say I don't know if this would be a mistake in hindsight because it had everything to do with character development, but the really horrible standoffish behavior that Greckles had with Brork.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's a very good one.
in it's like, yeah, it was sort of a mistake, but I would still think that it was still kind of integral to the story, you know. So, yeah.
Panic.
I think that Panic's biggest mistake is leading Ozzy on for health potions and books and information. And it hasn't really had that great of an impact. Ozzy is pretty much a non-character now, though.
Mm-hmm.
What about Borky?
I'm perfect. And everything.
Get the fuck out of here.
Come at me.
I mean, if you want, we can go around the table again and I'll name our favorite Borky moments where he was like, fuck that guy.
I actually have nothing. I don't know what I would do differently. I better formulate.
You
a
don't have to do it
backstory.
differently, but what do you think is the biggest mistake that Borky's made? Like, oh man, he shouldn't have done that. He'd still do it again, but he shouldn't have done that.
I really shouldn't have really thrown that lightning spear when Panic was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could think of two for Remy. Number one is when he first met Willow and realized she was from Eltmer and a sympathizer. That didn't go well. I was very early on, and then later on, the confrontation he had with Gruul, where they basically Gruul choked him and then he punched him in the face, and then they went their separate ways to cool down when they were strategizing for the whole raid on Athtar. That was one where Remy lost his cool. Because he got his hands, somebody put his hands on Remy and he snapped. And so, yeah. Not proud of that one.
I will say, in hindsight, despite the fact that it gave everyone a good chuckle, I think Grekel's asking the Storm Giant if we'd ever see him again was probably the biggest mistake.
No.
No.
You really misinterpreted that, French.
God, I
You really
hope
did.
not.
Oh, wait, no, I've got another good one. And this is actually probably going to resolve, hopefully sometime soon, but Grekel's hatred of Steve over something fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
No, never resolve it. Keep it going. Never resolve it.
Here's an interesting question for all of you guys. This is from Lorekeep. Would the Unexpectables wish to branch out into a side business other than the tavern? If so, what would they like to pursue?
She's right. No!
Take Borky's mic. He's done.
Yeah.
I mean, Panic's already got a thing. He's a musician.
Would just want to go hunt. Would just fucking start up a hunting club.
Grekel's would probably try to teach, honestly.
Nice.
Try to take all the knowledge that he got abroad and work it out here.
Grekel's would make a good teacher.
I don't know. There was that one time.
Then he fucking like shadow steps behind someone, slaps their finger with a fucking ruler. No! Do it again!
I
You
said
probably
turn to
would.
page 3. Get off of your digital device. That wasn't perfect. Straighten up.
You are
I'm
not
not
allowed
for
to.
your whole family.
You cannot use a TI-5 calculator. Fuck off. You're just playing Doom on it.
Anybody else side business?
I told you no programming calculators, you little shit.
Panic, you got a side hustle?
If he wasn't a musician,
The Romantian's hiring.
Fucking everything gets back there.
everything goes to the Romantian.
Chat says good pull, Gaijin.
I mean, yeah, just the musician thing. I'm not.
You'd
sure
go
what
all
he
in
would
on the
do.
musician thing. You'd be like, I'm gonna release a whole album and it's gonna go fucking aluminum.
Yes, so if I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what he would do.
Oh god, I don't even know how. Okay, so Stray Tinker wants to know. Question for Bosco. We've seen what happens to the others when they're sent back to their younger days, but what is Unexpected Baby Remy like? Oh god. Oh god. Where's Alithia? if you can imagine what it's like growing up for somebody in a position of power and basically having most of the choices in your life made for you and having a strong sense of duty and giving yourself to others embedded in your DNA, which is why he's always about other people, not himself. That's kind of what he was. That's where all of that came from, is because he was born and bred to be a soldier and a noble from day one. Which is why you might ask, why does he always roll so low on his charisma? It's not because he's not charismatic. I think he's a very good talker. The problem is he's talked to the upper class his entire life, and when you talk to the common man the same way, there's something that gets lost in translation, and that's kind of how I play his not so great charisma roles. It's not that he's not eloquent, it's that it's really hard to speak to people that you aren't around a lot. Like, so it's a different dialogue.
So as a child, he looks like a silky chicken then.
Damn it. No, I don't want to go too much into what Remy was like as a kid, because if it ever comes up in game, I'd like to explore.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, so everybody knows that he was raised by a family that was very high up in stature and power, and he was in the Raven Knights, and he led people out to refuge. Like, that's all established. But beyond that, I don't want to go too deep into it, because like Greckles and his backstory, if that ever comes up in game, that's a really cool moment to have with a character that I kind of want to save. So yeah, but thank you for your question, Stray. Appreciate it. It's very kind of you to throw me a bone. I miss it. Let's see. We already did the wish spell question, so sorry, Piggy. Trying to find a good one. Actually, there was a good one down here that I wanted to ask. Where is it? Oh, here's a good one. Scurry Rash. I think I said that correctly. Is there any story?
And we're back.
Okay.
And we're back. Hey, guys. Sorry about that. All right, we're good to go. So, real quick question. Hopefully it stays stable this time.
Hopefully.
For those of you that missed it, the question was basically plot seeds that you wish you could follow up on if you weren't busy. Do any of you have any that come to mind?
Hosrod.
Hosrod and the family problems, right. That was a good one. How about for you, Gaijin or Connor?
No, I'm still thinking of mine. We're just coming up with ideas right now.
I really don't know.
We've got so many that need resolving.
That's true. Do you have one in particular where you're like, man, that's the one. It's got to be this.
Panic wants to finish off the monster's culling.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He wants to murder Lobo Slackjaw.
It's not so much a seed as more of a little thing, but getting to know Robin and Bacall a little bit more. There's another one. It was so small though. I don't know. I'll come back to that if I can think of anything.
Yeah,
I guess if I had, oh, I'm sorry.
Go for it.
I was gonna say, I guess if I had to be more like homestay kind of like plot to resolve, follow up on Tranquilla Saint's request on just being Athena's friend.
Sorry, I just thought of a really good one. Fucking working more with the tiny little orange chapel in the city. That's something that I would love to spend. I had the opportunity to do a little bit with that. Definitely want to do more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sorry. No, not Yukiko, because that's continents away.
Not only did also
That's
Remy followed up on that. Remy followed up on that for you guys need to watch that episode. That was a good. Remy speaks Japanese. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, Kurt, are you still doing your shtick?
I believe he is
still doing his shtick. All right, I'll ask him questions when he gets back. But this is an interesting one, and I'm just going to sit here while you guys answer this because there is only one right answer. Duggo wants to know, question for everyone, which known Unexpectables guest PC would you live with?
Object 8.
Okay, Object 8 for Gaijin. All right.
That's a joke. Of course it's Remy, god damn it.
Thank you. I was like, damn, man, that hurt. I mean, it's legit, but
I mean, I would pick Remy, but hey, Can you show off this demo disc to most of the new audition folks around here? Can you pull me a solid?
Hey, Remy, can you show off my mixtape?
You show a mixtape for $10?
Oh my god. Ask, why did you make a mixtape?
I spit hot fire.
I know you're a kobold, but I don't know what that has to do with music.
Oh, you fuck.
Panic, how about you? I know.
Rivy.
Oh, Rivy. That's actually not a bad. I feel like that would be Borky's answer too, to be fair.
Why?
Yeah.
What's that? What?
The question is, which known Unexpectables guest PC would you live with? And so far, we've got 2 Remys, and we've got a Rivy.
I really, you know what? I'm gonna go with Digsby. I think he'd pay his rent on time.
That's all right. Remy wins 2 to 1 to 1. I'll take it. All right, awesome. This was a great question. Also, if you'd like to follow up on the last question, Borky, people want to know: is there anything that you would do, any plot seeds that you're like, man, if I wasn't doing this, I would love to follow up on that. It
No.
could be like Phantom Limb Sturva. It could be like talking to
No,
more.
we did Phantom Limb Serve already.
Well, that's what I mean. Like plot seeds that aren't related to what's going on right now. Is there anything you think?
Can't really think of anything right now, not off the top of my head, unfortunately.
What about Louis Strong's helmet?
That's still a factor.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that could be a factor in this one.
Yeah, it could be a factor in the next episode.
Absolutely. No spoilers for the new episode, but yeah, absolutely. By the way, guys, I have to commend all of you on the last episode. You all fucking killed it. Like, it was really, really good, like across the board.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's just me being me, saying kind stuff. It's weird. I'm in a weird spot right now.
Your East Coast blood is it's fucking like inverting on itself right now. I get it.
Weird. I'm
East
turning
Coast.
back into the. It's the
He's got Midwest blood. He's got Midwest blood.
I got the Midwest blood, but the New Yorker of my heritage is trying to like be subdued. Goblin Pink wants to know, hey Borky, does Borky remember saying he'd ask Scarbles on a date after this arc? Because I do.
Of course you would ask this Goblin Pink. Of course you would. I know you.
I mean, I'll see what's up. Yeah, it's fine.
Porky.
The plot point that you wanted to follow up on. I think we found it.
Plot twist. All right, we're gonna move this gravy train right along, and we're about an hour in. By the way, for those of you that are confused, we're doing a Q&A. If you can't tell, Monty is trying to get better, so we are entertaining you folks during the normal time slot of the Unexpectables, and you can expect the same action on Saturday for the Prince Division. But right now, only Unexpectables. Speaking of which, here is a question. This one is for the entire party. Drago Black wants to know if the party could get transforming vehicles / exo power suits enchanted with animate object, would you? And if so, what vehicle types? If you could get a power suit or a transforming vehicle.
Power suit or a transforming vehicle? I can see Task with a motorcycle.
Nice. Yeah,
You didn't get in there fast enough. Fuck you.
gotta be quicker.
You gotta be quick.
All right. So hang on. Just hang on.
Now he's gonna be like, I choose a dragon motorcycle.
No, better, far better. Give me a hot second. It's $10,000 too.
Damn.
I'm
Panic, what
putting
would
chat.
you drive?
There we go. I put in chat. A fucking Kawasaki Ninja.
Oh, Kawasaki Ninja. Hell yeah, dude.
Damn.
Kawasaki Ninja cool and Kawasaki Ninja. Woo! Panic, Borky? Any vehicles or exosuits you would want? Anybody want a Gundam?
Power wheel.
You want a Power Wheels car?
Power wheel.
Jesus.
Okay, it's
Borky with
either
his
that-
knees up, his knees on the
listen,
steering wheel, just like.
Listen, I know it's going against the rules because it's supposed to be nerf or nothing, but I'd be go with a power wheel.
All right, Panic, you're the last one. It better be good.
Some form of sports car, I imagine.
Maserati?
Fancy.
He lies, he cheats, he steals. He lies, he cheats, he steals.
Yeah, something sexy. I think a Maserati. Yeah.
Maserati, damn.
Yeah,
Gran
Maserati's
Turismo.
pretty fucking good.
2019 Gran Turismo.
Dodge Viper's a pretty commendable one. Someone in
Dodge
chat.
Vipers, I would love a Dodge Viper because they don't make them anymore. I already have like a classic sports car, but I would totally add to my collection with a Dodge Viper. Fuck yes.
My grandfather gave me a Buick LeSabre, and we had to fucking scrap it because I went to college. I'm so mad about that.
But that makes me sad. I could sit here and talk about cars all day. I would bore everybody in this poor chat.
Probably not
correct.
me.
Question for Jim Yetta or Jimmy Yetta. I think that's how you say that. Players, when making your characters, how much did the setting of Alavast affect their creation? Did Monty change the world to fit your characters, or did you change your characters to fit the world? And how did this affect the guest characters who seem more tailored towards specific sections of the campaign? I can answer that from my perspective, but I'm curious about you guys as players.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, I think. Like, really.
Mostly column A for me.
Yeah,
You're like, this is what I'm gonna be. This is how it gonna be, and I'm gonna be.
Well, we can go back into the fucking story about how Taka tricked me into being a kobold for this.
Do it. Do it in the story.
You're so happy. Shut up. I like how you're giving me crap for me helping you have happiness.
No, that's the joke, and here's a Wikipedia explaining it.
No, this joke's supposed to make me laugh. Where's the laughter?
I can't make people laugh. It's a condition. I'm not funny.
okay. You all could just stop with your bullshit right now.
Fuck you,
All-
Gaijin.
No, fuck you, Zio!
All right, hey, listen, hey, gentlemen, fellas, guys. There's a question.
You're both
from
beautiful.
Jimmy Yetta. You are both beautiful, and I appreciate you both. But answer the fucking question.
Let me just. Okay, so. I was really specific in what I was looking for, and I asked Monty if it was okay, and she said yes. And I got nervous. And specifically because my character motivation could have nothing to do with the game world, I needed to find different motivation. Thankfully, I found it. In the best way possible. But yeah, I had no understanding of what the game world was going to be. I was just told, make a character, and I'm like, does this work? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So, I don't know what Monty has planned. She apparently does have stuff planned for Greckles. I don't know what in the hell she's gonna do. Because, with the exception of spending 6 months crossing the ocean to get to the Eastern Isles, there's not much going for him, which I kind of don't mind. Because it's the new experiences that make it all the better.
Oh, great. Loud
Wow.
flushing intensifies.
Wow. Speaking of blushing intensify, what about you, Connor, when you were building Panic?
Flushing, I said.
No, I
Flushing
said blushing.
intensify.
No, blushing. I heard correct.
Sure. I purposely left Panic's backstory pretty vague. I just said that essentially he is a musician. His mom is missing. He wants to find her. Left his hometown. That can be wherever. Probably somewhere in the north where his accent would fit. Yeah, I left it open so that the world could flavor Panic a bit more. I try to be as vague as possible with my characters, so that they can better fit into worlds.
Nice. For guest characters, it was different. It was everybody answered, right? So I can do the guest character thing.
Yeah.
Kurt, you answered? Okay, good. So when I was building Remy, Monty came to me and basically said, so here's the world. This is what's going on. And I said, okay, cool. And so my goal with building, and this will answer a bunch of the other questions that I've been skipping over because I've answered them already. But when I was building Remy, my goal was make sure he fits in the party dynamic. So I was like, all right, what's everybody's class? What does everybody do? What are their personality types? So I got as much info as I could. And then I went and watched the show. And I was like, all right, let me get as much info as I can. And when we were building Remy, she was like, oh, by the way, this is kind of where they're going to meet you. Or what would you want to build? I'm like, I'm pretty open to anything. She's like, well, would you want to be like a Griffin rider? And I'd be like, fucking yeah, I would. I'm down with that. It's like, okay, cool. Because I know the exact place I can have you meet them if you want to do that. I'm like, perfect. So it made it easier on her for me just to be like, yeah, that's totally fine. Not a big deal. So I had a lot of backstory for Remy, but all of it basically culminated into why are you in Alavast and why are you staying in Alavast? Because that was the big thing. Have a reason to stay. You're not going to Valithia. You're not going to fucking Tricade. Well, we ended up in Tricade, but like don't plan on going anywhere. Have a reason for being where you are and for sticking around. And that's what I gave Remy. Like, there's a reason why he's there. There's a reason why he's not going to leave. And so that gives him a reason to be around the party. And so it's not constantly trying to finagle him in. He's got roots there. So yeah, I absolutely tailored it as much as possible to the setting, because it's not my job to be a main character. It's my job to support all the awesome people who watch every Wednesday. And yeah, that's it. That's what I did.
Woo.
Yeah. Now, this is an interesting question, and I would love your guys' take on it, because we have a couple of DMs as well as players in this group. So, Dr. Jun wants to, and this will actually probably help the chat a lot. Question for everyone. Would you guys mind explaining what your view is on metagame in terms of chat/viewer action? As of late, I've seen more and more of this coming up during streams, and I feel like there's a disconnect between what the mod team, you players, and Monty sees as metagaming. So, question for all of you, what do you see as metagaming?
Metagaming for me is anything that takes control away from the player or the DM. Manipulating a situation, manipulating a decision, anything that takes power away from the character or the DM.
Yeah, the not so much the absence, but like the bias of choice from outside sources is massive metagaming to me. So like some person's suggestion who's not like, you know, the one actually playing the game or dictating how things go, like as the game storyteller, that is massive metagaming to me.
I think for me, is knowledge. Is if your character doesn't know, I think it's always should be fun for your character to find out. And if he does not know key information, then you don't know that information, and that's like something I'm I'm so strong-willed about that one story plot point, because if you magically know something, it's dumb. You know, that's me.
Dum da da dee da dum.
Humpty dum 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 dum.
I mean, yeah.
Connor, anything to add as a DM?
These guys pretty much said it all. Like, metagaming is using something that you know out of character that your character wouldn't know to, you know, influence a situation.
And I think I'll just touch on the back half of it in terms of the chat and people who are watching it, because I've seen it happen on both Wednesday and on Saturday. So metagaming by the chat is basically putting information in the chat that we're not supposed to look at it, but I know Kurt has to look at it because somebody has to moderate the chat. So Kurt's probably never going to use anything that he sees, but if for some reason somebody posts in the chat like, hey, this is a really good idea, or oh, don't forget about this, or oh, this item, and it clicks in his head and he's like, fuck, that's a really good idea, but I wouldn't have thought of that myself. My character probably would. Well, shit, I gotta do it. It makes sense, but I wouldn't have thought of that other way. And then you it kind of puts you in this weird position of like, I know I wouldn't have thought of that, but it does make sense. So it's like this weird gray area. So the less that the chat can influence the player, that's kind of metagaming from the chat perspective. As far as like being in a battle and saying a different ability, like, oh, you should use this ability. If you forget an ability in battle, you don't use it. Like you forgot about it. And if the chat is reminding you, like for example, the dodge that Borky was supposed to have, took him fucking 100 episodes to remember he could do that. Or at least like 20 or whatever after he leveled up. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Or the other thing is backseat gaming, which is not metagaming, but when you backseat, it's basically saying, wait, that's not the way the rule works. Wait, that spell shouldn't do this. That's not what that spell's called. That's not what the DC is. That's not what the damage is. Basically, the best thing that you can do is realize that every table that you go to or watch is different. So the rules are in the book, as stated, but I guarantee you, Connor, Zito, Monty, I know I've done it. All of us will homebrew stuff on the fly, or we'll say, rather than even Mercer does this, rather than look something up, we say, for right now, this is how this is going to work. And yeah, the rule of cool is my whole shtick of like, yeah, technically this is impossible, but I'm going to let you do it, or give me a higher low to see if you can bend this spell a certain way. And that's just a DM manipulating the rules at the table. And like rules lawyering is a pain in the butt. We get it. Some of you guys know this game very, very well, and we appreciate that you want to share that knowledge. But like that's kind of what we mean when we say don't backseat game. You don't need to give suggestions. Monty is busting her ass to try to read over so many books all the time. She's shown us pictures of her table just spread out.
I've seen it.
Books and
I
stuff. It's
see
insane.
the amount of work and time she puts in. And you're gonna miss rules eventually. You're gonna make a mistake, and that's fine. You roll with it.
Yep.
With
and
this,
so that's kind of what we mean.
We are not striving for perfection here. That's not what we're striving to do. We're striving to play a game, and mistakes will be made.
I'm striving to play a game with my friends and have fun.
Exactly.
We're friends.
And on a certain level, we're all trying to entertain you. Like we're all entertainers. Like we all want you to have a good time. We all do stuff on YouTube and Twitch outside of Unexpectables. So it's like we'd love to entertain people, and this is just part of doing that.
Bosco, I'm kind of shocked and appalled that you would consider that I would advocate homebrew in any sort of way.
Yeah, I know. You of all people.
Me of all people.
From homebrew. Hey, Zito, since you've got so much shit to say, there's a question from Batcar that is for you specifically. You want to answer it?
Yeah, sure. What the fuck ever.
That kind of answers the question, but here we go.
Does it?
Is it exhausting at times being an angry character, or is it a lot of fun?
Both. It's a fucking coin flip. It depends on the scenario. Like there's a lot of. Oh, I'm sorry.
My character's the only one that rages, though. I really feel that.
Yeah, but your character doesn't Brooklyn rage. There's a different level.
I'm stealing your spotlight. It seems, huh, Taka? But no, like it's unfortunately because of the character I chose, it kind of runs into that scenario where people just like it's the actor versus the acting scenario where it's, wow, you play this character who's angry all the time, so therefore you must be angry all the time. No, I'm actually very shy, timid, and don't like confrontation at the fuck all. I hate confrontation. I shy the fuck away for most times. So, like, yeah, it's fun, but I also know that even to a point, I'm just like, alright, this character really has to stop yelling. I don't feel like yelling today. Like, even my own character has to shut the fuck up once in a while.
That's very fair. I got another question for you, by the way.
Oh boy.
This one is from Jagrock, and he wants to know, Zito, what homebrew rules do you use for your kobolds? And that's the end of the stream because we're just gonna let him go now.
Well, no, the answer is pretty simple. We have that. It's on the Unexpectables Discord. There's a pin somewhere that says which one we're using. It's a setting. Well, me and Monty both looked at each other and just said, yeah, Volos fucking sucks. Volos' kobolds fucking blow ass. Let's find one on, like, D&D 5e homebrew Tumblr, and we took it.
D&D homebrew Tumblr.
But that was, like, fucking, like, 2.5, 3 years ago at this point. There's probably better ones, and truth be told, I'm probably gonna make one for my Patreon sooner rather than later. But, yeah, that's where we found it.
This question is for all of us, and this is from Director Krieger. I hope I said that correctly. And I've actually seen this question a couple of times, so this is good. For all 5 of us, how do you get into character? Also, what happened to the pirate lad?
I mean, he's fun with.
The who?
We just forgot.
Which one? That's so. I don't know which one they're talking about. Are we talking about
the guy that we used for leverage.
We know several pirate guys.
Yeah. Okay. I guess it's okay. Fair enough. How do you get into character, Connor?
Well, I walk my dog a couple hours before the stream. Yeah.
Nice.
The fuck does that have to do with anything?
And while I will fucking tell you, because I listen to music while I'm walking my dog.
Yeah.
And I'll listen to like Judas Priest or Dio or fucking just any kind of metal that I'm into at the moment, and I'll get into character that way.
What about you, Gaijin? Or Task, if you want to go for it.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, me? Alright. Music is a very, very, very massive inspiration.
Wow.
What the fuck?
That was really rude of you.
No, that just... Today was a good day until that happened. Way to bring me the fuck down.
What's up, Connor?
Oh god, yeah. I'm sorry. I can't believe anyone would ever do that.
I know, right? But fuck you, you schmuck. Goddamn. Like, and remember, Brooklyn Rage, I guess.
Yes.
The fucking, I don't know, like, it's either music or just I remember a previous episode and just be like, alright, well, thankfully I did the fun thing where it's just like, oh, not really the fun thing, but the boring thing where it's just like, Zito, the character just sounds like you. Yeah, because then I can emote naturally as hell.
There's nothing wrong with one of your first D&D characters being close to you, dude. It's totally fine.
Oh no, that's fucking everyone. Like,
Yeah.
There's no way to escape that through artwork, through acting, anything. A part of you is always going to be in the character no matter what fuck you do.
For me, I just imagine it's weird because like Borky's he just loves his friends and he loves living in Alavas. So I just imagine it's another day in a place he loves, and he used to live in a place where he doesn't love, so he wants to make the most of every single day.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, Gaijin, are you sweet? How do you get in character?
See, this is the part where a bunch of people would expect me to be like, "Oh, I play Tenshu for an hour prior or something." You don't?
No, he plays seppuku.
No. What?
Yeah, seppuku. You know where you have the number in the middle and you have to fill it out.
That's Sudoku, you twit.
No, that's where you stab yourself.
No, don't commit that.
Yeah, don't do that.
You immediately just blew yourself.
You want to know what I do? I listen to these chuckle nuts talk, and I think about wanting to edge kill them.
That actually works.
No, that's not what I do. I tell you what I do. I really don't do anything, and you want to know why?
Because you're really good at this, and you just show up ready.
No, because you interrupt me, dick.
Oh, sorry.
It's because when I hear Monty start to talk, when I hear her do the recap, when I hear how detailed everything is when we're getting into the game, that's my transitionary period. I'm actually able to put everything immediately aside, and just as she's talking, I'm like, that's right, these things happen. How is it going to affect the character? That's how it's going to happen. And it's just, it's a very quick meld. Otherwise, yeah, I would have a hard time getting a character. In other D&D games that I have played, it is kind of difficult to get into character. But Monty brings us back into the world with such efficiency in such a short amount of time. The mood is brought back, the stakes are brought back, and so that's how it's real easy to get back in.
Nice.
Well said, dude.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for me, it's my job, so I just show up ready. Like I'm supposed to.
You know what?
This.
Okay.
Show companies my mixtape, boss. Go fuck.
Fuck. All right, Zito. Jesus Christ. Fuck, man. Anyway, his mixtape notwithstanding, Gappy has a question for the whole fucking group to get us off of this topic. Has there been any location other than Alavas that Monty has described that you wish you could visit and discover?
Tantalon Jungle.
Tantalon Jungles. Okay.
Eastern Isles.
Eastern Isles is the good one. Sleeping in the lake, Connor.
I have to agree with Tantalon Jungle.
That would be a cool place to go.
Kurt.
Oh, I would like to go to the Eastern Isles so I can find my love interest finally.
Oh,
Aw.
fucking
I
Nomeria.
would love to see that. Your own yes love adventure go.
Oh my God! Are you want to go find your Kikyo?
Who?
Kikyo, your long lost love.
God bless you.
Oh. That was a deep lore reference for those of you that caught it. All right, moving on.
No, I got it.
Oh, see, I knew you would. I knew it would hurt you. I knew it would hurt your soul. Yeah, I got him.
I can't wait till she tries to kill him. Once he
know,
finds
right?
out that she's an undead shell.
Oh man, and I can't wait for there to be no resolution.
Well, there is resolution. Watch Borky's final act.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, way after it was due.
What the fuck is happening anymore?
Cross 9, I'm speaking his language. All right, let me have this.
It's the language of the frogs.
Cross 9. Shut up. This is a question for Panic, because Connor's being too quiet. Cross 990 wants to know, what is Panic's feelings about Helena?
Gosh, she's a really good friend.
You want to give her a smooch?
Oh my.
Smooch. A little on the cheek.
I mean, he wants to give everybody smooches.
Oh.
Everybody deserves a little smoochie.
Then why haven't you given it, Panic?
Start smooching.
Because
You have to fucking earn it.
How many times have I saved your life now by giving you potions?
You think? Okay, here you go. Mwah, there you go, Greckles.
Thank you. Was that so hard to do? Huff.
Yeah.
This is
Greckles, if you really wanted to say, you could have just asked him to ask about your backstory.
Ah, shit, you're right.
That would have gone
Helena's-
so much more smoothly.
To answer your question,
Yes.
seriously, Helena is very important to Panic, in that she is pretty much the sole reason that he was able to find his mother in the span of time that he did, because she worked her ass off trying to find information about her. She is a friend of his in a lot of senses. Like introducing him to musical menagerie, just helping him explore more of himself. Helena's a pretty important character for Panic.
Nice. Yeah, that was legit. Hey, Zito.
Yeah.
Smith wants to know how much of yourself do you see in Task?
That goes back to the previous question that I answered, where I was just like, there's always going to be a piece of yourself.
But how
in
much?
every character.
How much of a piece?
I don't know if we could get into that, because I feel like that's going to get into a red couch session.
Fair
enough. I don't feel like that's a comfortable thing to talk about.
That is fair. So if you had to put a percentage on it, though.
If I had to put a number on it, let's go 20.
20%. All right, that's not bad. That's like a little dash. That's like a sprinkle. I say as it's almost a quarter of the character. Anyway.
What is a red couch?
I know, right? Let's see. Everyone has this one is from Red Curse Breaker for everyone. Has there been a role you didn't think you would make, only to get very lucky and pass, or have the opposite happen? Is there a role where you're like, there's no way, and you pass, or a role where you're like, that's a bad failure?
The suplexing of the hag.
That's a good one.
The fucking double nat ones that drop the sword.
Uh,
What was the percentile chance on that again?
Nope.
I think it's like 1400 at that point.
One in 1400.
Yeah. Mine was fucking getting a nat 20 and shooting an arrow through Dolmar's throat before he could give his monologue speech. Literally out of Taz's mouth. Shut the fuck up! Got him.
Hell yeah. Panic. Chat's also saying it's 1 in 400.
1 in 400. Okay.
I think when when Panic scared the sunburn.
When he scared the what?
The sunburn when we were in.
The sunburn.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. For Remy, it's easy. It was the nat 20 to kill the Arcanoloth after his speech.
Hell yeah.
Because that doesn't happen. There's so many things that can go where you're like, yes, allow me to avenge my friend, and I have to roll, and I have to knock him on his ass. Like, so many things had to go right for that to work. And I missed the first swing with advantage. It was fucking terrifying. It was the second one that was the nat 20, and I was like, oh god.
Someone in chat mentioned for me that it should have been bringing up shooting down the black dragon. That wasn't a nat 20 or a nat 1.
It was just
a roll.
Just bang.
The thing that happened.
Oh no, I don't know how to answer this question. Light Ward wants to know, for Bosco, does Remy prefer the Mercs or the Unexpectables?
who's your real friends.
So let me address this in the most diplomatic way that I can.
Why?
possibly think of.
Look, Bosco, I get it.
Why are you waiting?
Hang
Why
on.
are you waiting?
Hang
for
on.
2 hours?
Hang on. Remy plays extremely different roles for both groups.
Mm-hmm.
And to ask him to pick, I don't think is fair. He has an interact. He has.
Wow.
Hold on. It depends what you mean by the word prefer, and I know I'm getting very Bill Clinton on you here, but basically what it boils down to is he hasn't interacted with the Mercs very much. So if by prefer you mean who is he friends with, it's the Unexpectables, hands down. He's bled with them. He's gone through hell with them. Like, he's gone through a lot of shit. But he has a very different role that he's much more comfortable in. With the Mercs, he runs the show. He's the employer. He's the guy that everybody looks to. Like he knows how to be that. So if you've ever watched the Mercs episodes with Remy, he acts very differently than with the Unexpectables, where they have the camaraderie and they have the brotherhood, and they grew up together in Alavast. And Remy's kind of like the fifth wheel, so to speak. So he has to fit in differently than he would with the Merc. So it's just an extremely different dynamic. So if prefer means friends, it's the Unexpectables. If it means the role he's more comfortable in, it's probably the Mercs.
Said that him having to be like taking the leadership role of the Mercs would be like performance anxiety inducing in some way, but
No, well, but like he's used to, like he's a noble. People have always looked to him for stuff. He's led troops before. Like he knows how to be the leader. It's really hard when you take him out of that noble leadership state where you're like, you're just the dude now. You're just like with the gang. Oh, you're just a mercenary or hanging with the mercenaries. Like that's really weird for him. He's just like, I'm not used to doing this. I'm used to like, hey, we need to do this. Let's go do the thing. Think about it. He's super comfortable with the Mercs. Like he slides right in.
Meanwhile, with the Unexpectables, oh god, variables. Fuck.
Also, there's so many because he can't be like, guys, let me explain to you why we can't do this because it's illegal. Because all of them be like, then you can fucking stay here. As opposed to the Mercs where they're on the payroll and he's like, all right, we have to be diplomatic about this. They're still fucking crazy. Like I still have a version of each of you in that group, but it's a different dynamic of what Remy has to, and I really like it. Like I can't wait to go back and work with the Mercs again, but I also would not trade the Unexpectables for fucking anything because I love that dynamic too. They're just very, very different. So it all depends on what you mean by the word prefer. That was a really long-winded answer for a question you probably didn't even need that much of an answer for.
It was a good
Anyway,
answer,
we're gonna move on and keep the ball rolling. So this is that's kind of a spoilery one. Sorry, I'm gonna skip that one. My fault. Ooh, here we go. Yassi No Epic wants to know to everyone, which character arc threw you off the rails the most?
Like character arc or arc in general?
I guess we could do arc in general.
Because we've only really had 1.5 character arcs so far.
Yeah, pretty much. Which one threw us off the rails the most?
I honestly think post the High Seas arc threw me off the most because it's like I have no fucking clue where we're gonna go from here because we're all gonna die. We're all gonna drown, and then it's like, oh, you're gonna go under the ocean and shit's gonna get trippy
adventure
with a happening dude. It's like, wow, okay, cool. With fish tuba.
The one that threw me off the most? Christ, because the only one that threw me off the most was us turning into fucking dogs and having to solve the problem that way. So arc 1 literally was that was the dropping point where I'm just like, oh, okay, quests can be silly. Good. Quests can be silly.
It was a very silly time.
It is a very silly time. Speaking of silly, any arcs that threw you off, Kurt?
Ooh, threw me off. Like the arcs that were just like weren't my cup of tea, or arcs where I was just like, well, I'm out of my element.
Yeah, that.
I honestly believe Panic's arc was actually threw Borky out of his element.
That's a good one.
It was so serious. Like I couldn't like.
You're like, I can't make the joke I want to make.
One thing I'm proud of is how like these two guys here immediately knew how to improv with me when we like Panic was having this dramatic conversation with his mother and we didn't want to step on that, and it finally cuts back to us. It's in her throat though, right? It's like a mouth right here.
Dude, does that mean she has like 2 tongues? What the fuck?
I don't.
I mean, how
I
does she
don't.
even taste food? Like, which tongue do you use?
Difficultly? I don't. Oh, hey, Panic, hey.
Hey.
Like that was like that's the extent of it because we were so out of our element. I think that was the one where Borky was his most out of his element. So yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. Oh, did you have one? Panic.
I agree with Gaijin. When the High Seas arc really threw me off because that was really the fight on the boat with the United Oran clergy that was our first real and really our only actual defeat. Like, we straight up lost that fight.
Yeah, no, we got fucking slaughtered.
So I was just like, wow, I'm used to winning all of my encounters. What do I do here?
Yeah, what the hell happened?
This ain't
So, your conscience has a question for you, Kurt.
My conscience?
Yeah, your conscience has a question for you.
Okay.
Has Borky seriously considered his entry into the fight club that Vel was in? And if so, has he thought of his look, moveset, and name of his special move?
Yes, I have. It will be played live by none other than the Panic Grimtongue.
Yep.
Borky's going for a high five. You gotta high five him. Just like no look high five.
Yep.
I will be coming out, of course, in what I can only describe as an opulent outfit. I shall have a cape that will be
Spell
taken
that
off
word,
with a
Borky.
single hand movement. And I shall be wearing Brock Lesnar shorts. My finishing move is I suplex and I maintain waist control. Just never letting go, never letting go. Never let it go, never let it go.
Nice. I hope that answered your question. Or I hope your conscience is satisfied. Let's see. Trying to find. Oh, here's a good one. Solarvin987 for all of us saying, have you guys ever been truly scared of your characters dying? And if so, when?
Once again,
Yeah.
during the Underdark.
During the Athkar fight, the first time Borky ever went down. And then I forgot about my ability to get back up again at 1 health. I thought it was almost over.
Honestly, I thought we were going to be perma-dead on the in the high seas fight. Like that felt TPK. Like, all right, let's re-roll and avenge ourselves. So
I'm gonna make a new character, Blask. He'll be a fighter, but he uses a bow. And he'll be a lizard folk this time. A red-scaled lizard folk.
oh
Who's
god,
tiny.
Ah, yes.
Who's
That would be-
small.
that would be weird. Honestly, I want to see. I want to just real quick. I want to see a game where it's 4 lizard folk. Just the most
That would
base
be the
flat
most
line.
fucking- That is the
They're going
most
around-
emotionally bankrupt party in
I
any
know.
game.
They just
I
go around
know.
cannibalizing everything.
Yeah, you just everything you kill, you eat and make tools from their bones. That's it. That's
look
the
at
game.
If you look at all the warm bloods in your party, you're like, are you not getting in on this? You should eat. Otherwise, you're useless.
Never being out, never understanding nuanced phrases.
Nope. They look at the fucking menu and they go to like a civilization. What are these hors d'oeuvres? Hors d'oeuvres? The fuck is that? How do I kill it?
What's it taste like? Anywho,
Nice. So characters dying. Did everybody answer? Did I miss anybody?
you.
Oh, me. Yeah, a couple. So, me as the player, I've never felt Remy's gonna die because I again, we're getting back to metagame. You look at the turn order, you see who's coming up, you see who's around, you see who can heal you, and I'm like, all right, I'll be at least up for a little bit while. So I haven't had a situation where I'm like, oh, this is legitimately, this could be it. Nobody can get to me or everybody's busy. That being said, times that I've been prepared for Remy to die were against Athtar. I'm like, this could absolutely be it for him. The Arcanavoth, because he was going to avenge Stendon no matter fucking what. And the third time I was like, oh, this could probably just be it, was against the big ancient dragon, because he's like, I'm going to get Panic back in the sky. And if we get hit, I'm probably just done. So I didn't expect him to die. Like, he was never in a bad enough shape where I was like, oh yeah, this is probably it. But though I was ready for him to die in all those fights, just based on the circumstances, and I would have been okay with it because it would have been a great way to go out. Yeah. All right. Let's keep it rolling. This is an interesting question from Zach DeWeaver. This is for Panic. When Panic was using his accent in Canary's Perch, the southern one, was that his real accent that he lost when he switched to being Panic instead of Virgil? And if that's a spoiler, you don't have to say.
That's a good question.
All right. I think that's your answer, Mr. DeWeaver. Hopefully it comes up in game. But it was a very good question, so I wanted to read it. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. King Kiwi says, what would be a magical item you'd love for your characters to get, whether it's found or harvested from a creature, such as maybe a cloak for Greckles?
I have a suggestion for Borky.
Okay.
What's that?
Alchemy jug. The alchemy jug is a jug that when you claim a liquid of your choice, it pours infinitely that liquid for the rest of the day.
So we should get some gasoline in that. Pour it
Gasolina!
over our enemies.
That went a little bit more morbid than I thought for Borky, because I was thinking he was going to say cheese fondue.
Maybe a
Is that
giant
really a
jug of
liquid,
fucks.
Mayonnaise counts.
Just mayo.
Fair enough.
No, mayonnaise
No, no.
counts. It's in the
No,
book.
no, I checked. I asked the gods. It counts as a spread. Sorry, Patty. Sorry.
You know, honestly, no, I take that back. That wouldn't be that good.
Why? Say it.
No, because it wouldn't. Because it
Wow.
doesn't matter anymore.
Oh,
Oh.
No. It's like one of the best things I thought Greckles to have for the time, was the disguise self hat, because that was just completely at will. He could have 1,000 different disguises. But apparently, any and all objects that are even remotely close to that kind of illusionary magic are just gonna get us all killed. So that's never going to happen. But at the same time, it's like everyone fucking knows who he is, so there's no point in having disguises in that light. So.
Ooh. I don't know if this would work for Task, but I'm looking through all the shit that's in here. You know what? No, fine. Belt of giant strength for Task.
Oh
my
God.
Just walking down the street with a giant shit-eating grin, telling everyone and anyone to go fuck themselves, and when they start shit, bang to a building.
I imagine it's a humongous belt on.
It's just a giant belt, and all you see is his head and his feet peeking out.
It's a humongous dick move.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess I would have to. I guess I'd have to go with Hat of Disguise, really.
What about Panic?
Bag of beans.
Oh, that works.
Bag of
too.
beans.
Bag of beans.
Bag of beans, a bag of beans. Everything's better with a bag of beans.
Gosh. Get back to me on that one. There's so many.
I've got a new one. Fucking Wings of Flying.
Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. That'd be a great story point.
Yeah.
Not magical in any way, just a bag of beans.
Excellent.
For Remy, it would probably be an animated shield. So then he could also two-hand a weapon, which would be really cool.
Nice.
And like, especially if it's like a +3 shield, because like basically any magical item I would want for Remy would be all about defense. So anything that boosts your AC, which is extremely, extremely rare. So it would be like a rare shield that is animated, so it can float and act independently and do all the things that I needed to AC wise, and allow me to dual wield a weapon, which would be so cool. Because then you're just popping in and out from behind this shield and swinging it around at will. It's great. It'd be great.
Big dick JoJo energy coming from Remy.
Right.
With his shield.
I mean, basically, ping, pang, swah! Anybody else? Panic? You thinking?
If I'm going to be on the nose, probably a wondrous instrument. But why not just a luck stone?
Nice.
There you go. That'd be cool.
Get a pipe of the sewers.
Plus 1 to all ability checks and saving throws.
Damn, that'd be great. Especially for somebody like you who's like a jack of all trades. Holy
Fuck, I
crap.
want one of those.
Right? Hey, you know what else you can get is a question task.
Oh.
Dude the Man has a question for you.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to butcher this name, so I apologize already. Has Task ever considered revealing to Azra Sahar her resemblance to Nariel? I think that's how you say it? Or is it
No,
Nariel?
no, you got all those names
Okay.
right, so don't worry.
Okay.
You're good.
All right.
Task wants nothing to do with Azra Zahar, so the only way that Task will ever push forward with anything that has to do with Azra, which as a player, this sucks because it's really interesting, but as a character, Task wants absolutely nothing to do with her, so the only way it's ever gonna happen is through massive railroading. Like, Monty is going to, and I will not be upset if she wants to do that, but the only way Task will ever want to actively do anything with Azra is through railroading.
To be fair, I will give Monty more credit from this. I don't think she has to railroad you. I think she has to give Task an incentive, and whether or not you bite on it depends on how good of an incentive it is. Because that wouldn't be railroading, but it would give you like the seed of like, hey, here's the little breadcrumbs that would lead you down this road if you want to take them.
That is super fair. I would be way more active to a hook than railroading, but like just from like a cynical standpoint, that's how Task would feel about that.
That makes, and you answered the second part of the question, which is if you think there's anything preventing you from offering a extension of what's connecting.
It's literally
so,
the
yeah.
character. Literally the character. He wants nothing to do with her.
That is very, very fair. I'm trying to find something else. Okay, here's an interesting one for the whole cast. Next Train wants to know, question for the crew. With Louis Strog, quote-unquote, gone, you probably need another guard. What would be your dream guard if you get to choose?
We get to make up an NPC here then.
Let's say if you could pick a like a NPC that you're like is in the city. Don't like build one.
That's
I mean, you could sit here and build characters all day, but like if you could hire somebody, is there anybody that comes to mind?
Zenrio for public outreach.
Zenrio.
Oh yeah, guys, I'd love to do that, dude. Of course.
we need a magic guard.
Mm-hmm.
We absolutely need a fucking guard who knows how to cast a spell.
Guys, I can do magic. Oh,
Who would we know?
I'm like right here, dude.
No, you're not. Some other realm.
No, you're not. You're a
Oh shoot!
you're like chilling out with the goddess of magic.
Right. Dang. Right. All right, later, dudes.
I don't know if we'd hire him. I'm very curious what Jin's up to.
You know, just for having a null character because they're kind of really stupid cool. And I don't know if Zarv would even be considered as a bard because that'd be stupid fucking awesome. But if that was ever the case, I would want him as a guard.
Honestly, I would love to have Moidos be a part of the tavern at some point.
She will fucking make us lose revenue. Are you kidding me?
I do need a
Are you
druid.
fucking mad? Do you want us to go out of business?
I don't know. I find her slightly endearing.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Slightly.
We don't need a druid.
That's right, we got Anj. What the hell even happened with we need to check on Anj when we get home.
We sort of had a lot of things happen.
Yeah, we sort of had a lot of things happen, and also I don't know if Task is ever going to trust anyone else other than anyone from the Sweet Tavern, because everyone else in the city wants him currently dead, and we don't know if that's going to fucking spill forward.
I mean, after we resolve this and go home, it won't be an issue.
You say that now! Look how fast they wanted to sell us the fuck out!
To be fair, that's
point.
probably someone else pulling strings, but you know.
No, at that point, Task is just going to sit there and be like, I'm the ghost that you can't kill. Fuck you. I don't want to talk to any of you fuckers. I'm that specter that you can't get rid of.
God. All right, I think we're derailing at this point.
Yeah, I think we need to pull it back in.
Holla is my
let's
answer.
see. What's up?
Holla is my answer.
Holla. Nice.
Holla
Okay.
at your girl.
Holla at your girl.
Hot smoke.
Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, here we go. Seven Dastardly Deeds has a question for Gaijin Goomba.
Oh wow. Okay.
If Greckles was to form a ninja clan in Alavast, how exactly would he name it?
God, what would he name it?
Yeah.
Probably something flowery and mysterious. But the problem is that you don't necessarily want to. You don't want to have a really recognizable, flowy name. You want to have something that kind of would throw people off, like
Leary Flight.
even that's recognizable.
Nah, that's fair.
I mean, so many of the clans were like, so many actual clans were just based on their location. Because stupid things like the Alavast Shadow or something like that would pop in, but it's like that completely gives it away. It would be something like the Black Lotus or something like that, because it's still ominous, but doesn't really like go in too hard about what you're about. So I don't know. That's hard because you don't want the name to get out. So sorry,
What does the Lotus do? Hold my temples, look down to the floor. What do they do?
the Sweet Lotus. Yo, that would actually be a good idea.
Sweet Lotus,
Scrubboard.
yeah.
Sweet
And then
Lotus.
literally there's Greckles just like around the corner sweeping the floor, just like
Very nice.
That's fucking like a fucking Simpsons joke. I can see that. No, it's that.
Hey, Kurt.
Yes, that was a very good impression. Thank you.
No, it was a great impression. You were spot on. So this is a question for everybody. Well, we're going to start with you. So start thinking as I read it.
All right.
Mr. Nobody, that's how they Nobody, wants to ask if you could convince these silver kobolds to make you something for a bit of quality of life improvement, what would you have them make?
A single shoulder pad.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Be really nice. Be a really
have
nice
two.
single shoulder pad. And plenty of pouches. For shenanigans. And the Kratos weapon chain. Thank you. Someone just mentioned that in the chat.
Nice.
Forgot about that. Hey, ha, do-da-do. No, there should
Anybody
be a
else?
shoulder mount, but it should just be tubs.
Oh, God.
With a minigun.
Gotcha. What do you have in the build?
Oh, I didn't know that was to everyone.
That's for everybody.
God. So silver cobalt based technology, right? Like, but how advanced does that get? Honestly, like something along the lines of like a sort of mirror suit, something that could effectively bend light. I know that sounds really dumb, but if we're gonna speak in terms of practicality, go to someone else. I'm still thinking.
Panic. Zito.
Go ahead.
What would be useful or cool? Oh, wait a minute. Fucking robot tail.
Robot
good.
tail.
I could like hold a sword in it or some shit.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Nice.
Oh, tail
Use
like
it to
Scorpion
smack
from the.
people on the ass.
I actually
Dude,
got one.
you can have it
Hey,
coil up and you
Greckles.
have a seat. Yeah, you can have it coil up and have a seat no matter where you are.
Yeah, I can always sit down. It's crazy. I'm very well grounded.
Oh. A hydraulic wrist blade.
Oh, all right.
That's pretty freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Something that could quickly like pop out and immediately go back in.
Assassino.
Laboratory.
Remy,
Yeah.
Remy might never meet them, but if Remy had to get them to build something, it would probably be a +3 shield that was animated so that he could do this cool thing where he. I think you've heard this story before.
All right. Well, I got two of them. One's cool. One's practical. The practical one's boring. The cool one only would happen if Task actually physically lost his arm. Because I would just want them to make him a brand new arm for the one that got scarred. The cool one, the cool one that is boring as fuck is literally just an arquebus. Just get a gun.
Yeah.
Get a gun. Just literally like, all right, Silver Kobold, here we go. What's our big fucking like export we're gonna give to everyone as soon as we get off this mountain? Firearms.
I mean, they're able to build golems that can blast fireballs at will, so...
This is how we bring fucking Alabasta to the 21st century.
Oh.
We're not copies of our father after all!
Jesus.
Gun arm Barrett style for Task. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I know you can hear the planet crying.
Oh.
All right, so here's a question for everybody. Almost everybody. Sorry, Greckles, but they have to use you as the example.
Okay.
Hoodwink says, for the whole party, we know Greckles speaks Japanese, but what would the rest of the party's real-world native language equivalent be?
Oh, that's fair.
Klingon.
No, that's fair. That's super fair.
Yeah.
That's
Klingon
You're
for
not
work.
wrong. You're not wrong.
That works. Oh.
Brooklyn is not an option, Zito, so
I was
figure
about
it
to
out.
say Italian, but
Yeah.
fuck me, I guess.
No, you can't. Well, that's a little different. You could do Italian.
No, Italian? What do you mean Italian's Fuck you, it works!
It's different than Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's not an accent. I mean,
I know, it's not.
Brooklyn's not a language.
Not a language.
It's not a language.
Although I would argue,
Yeah, no,
talking
you
about
listen,
Hassan who's being a real schmogook that you want to take out behind and beat like
Listen,
a trombone.
you listen
I
here.
can tell you.
No, Bosco, I don't want to get into this diatribe because there are 5 separate dialects for Brooklynese.
I'm sure there are. I
There
believe
are,
you. There's
and
also
I
5 boroughs, and we're not going to get into that. So would it
Not
actually?
even, they don't even fucking take up the boroughs.
So hang on, so you're saying Draconic would be like Italian? Because I feel like it'd be German,
I've
like a
never-
more or Russian.
I've never heard about Dragon Go
Oh, Draconic is
Bobbidi-Boopy.
German. Chat's putting me down on that one. Okay, German.
German or Russian? Because I feel like it'd be a guttural sound, or maybe like Scottish, like just something that's very like a naturally guttural language.
Yeah, I'd feel that. So yeah, I'd
Gaelic
check
or
out with
something.
German or Scottish.
Okay, so
Gaelic would be
I-
cool too, because Gaelic's
just-
like a really old like dialect in
I
language.
just typed Borky's catchphrase into the English to Klingon translator. Would you like to
And-
hear
I
what
would.
Borky's
I
catchphrase
would.
is?
I would.
There you go.
That works.
Nice. I'm
That
down with
language
that.
has no honor.
Panic. What's the language of Tricadia?
Romanian. Romanian.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's like Italian but spookier.
It's
Bobbidi boopy.
for Remy, he would probably be a mix of knowing Italian, French, and Latin. So yeah, it'd be like growing up in Switzerland, where there's like different languages that they all speak. So yeah, I mean his spells are all freaking in a language that you should all recognize. So that's and he speaks at his name and he speaks in that language sometimes. So yeah, even the Griffin Riders slogan isn't a real language. So yeah, I think I played my hand on that one. Let's see.
Oh, Infernal.
Here's a
Infernal
question
is
from-
absolutely Russian.
Infernal would be Russian. I could buy that. This isn't okay. So Booty Jim, long-time contributor, first-time caller. The Primordial Stand wants to know for Bosco, if Remy could ask Oriara a question, what would he ask? Or would he just not want to ask anything given his aversion god antic? Given its aversion god antics? I'm not sure if you're trying to say its. But no, ironically enough, he probably would not ask a question of Oriara. He would stand there at attention and let the gang do their thing and then leave. So yeah, thank you for the question. Let's see. D4C Love Train. Since the current situation is because somebody's backstory was left on the back burner too long, what do you expect from the other unaddressed ones?
Wait, what?
So they're asking because Task's backstory was it took so long to get into, there were like consequences in world. What do you expect from like the other ones that haven't been addressed yet? Like ones that you haven't gotten to? Like Greckles hasn't had anything happen yet. Do you think there's something in his past that he is going to come back to bite him? Or is something going to happen with the orcs because it's been a while? Or is something going to happen with Omnimob?
I mean, for Greckles, there's a possibility, but I'm trying to figure out what the catalyst could be. Because he's been, well, without getting too much into detail, he's been thrown out of a lot of places. It's just, again, it's a continent away. That's why I'm really curious what Monty's got planned, because it seems like it's a completely different world away. So,
Everything changed when the Eastern Isles attacked.
yeah, right?
Basically. Anybody else? I mean, we're kind of in the shit with Task.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that's a little hard for me to answer.
Well, here's another question. Since I think Greckles is probably the most apt to answer that particular one. Thank you, D4C, for the question. For everyone, what was the biggest surprise you encountered in the campaign, be it story-related or role-related? This is from lovely Lorelei.
Biggest surprise?
Biggest surprise you encountered in the campaign, whether it's story or a role. Like something that surprised you in general. You were like, oh, shit. I already know what mine is.
We'll say it then.
Mine was when we found out that fucking Willow was actually a princess. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
That's a pretty good one.
Especially that, like, I was just like, I'm sorry, wait. So this place that Remy came from, and he's hated this other country, this is the person who was supposed to rule that country? And they did what to their family? Oh, hell no. So yeah, I think Remy and Willow are so close because they relate to each other and went through the same tragedy together. So like, I really love their relationship, and it was all because that shit surprised the hell out of me.
I think for me, it was figuring out who exactly Sully was and what she had to go through in her life. Like when we were in the realm of Still Heavy and going through the shadows of her past, like that was some serious shit hit the fan there. Like that went from, oh, the United Clergy of Orin are just a bunch of assholes, to they're all going to fucking die now. Especially Razcade. Like, yeah. Torture.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Torture is coming for him. So, yeah.
I'd say
Pat? Oh, there we go. Yep, go ahead, Connor.
biggest thing out of left field that I think surprised me the most was discovering Fleur de Mort. Because I don't think up until that point we've heard anything about it. So just to have me cast Speak with Plants suddenly, and Monty got a kick out of me taking Speak with Plants, by the way, because she knew what was going to happen, and I had no idea. So I took Speak with Plants, and as soon as we entered the area, I was asking about, like, hey, Tree, what is going on here? And to have everything switched on its head like that was very surprising.
What about Task and Connor? Or Kurt, I mean. Anything surprise you in the campaign where you're like, oh, shit?
Something that completely threw me out of left field.
How about when you had to roll a check and then went, oh, no, it's already done?
Yeah, I literally was about to actually do that. Just like, yeah, throw in a check. All right, I'm gonna roll this check. Nah, you don't
18.
really.
Oh, you already rolled it. You're fine.
Yeah, you don't get to roll it. What? Oh, fuck's sake.
Kurt.
Something that genuinely surprised me. Your Ronfault, getting Ronfault, the sword.
There you go.
I did not expect that. I did not expect that because I thought it was like when I saw the drawing, I'm like, that's such a cool ass looking sword.
And I thought back to like I never played like Nintendo 64 like Ocarina of Time. What I loved is that one of the weapons that Link could get would be it was called the Giant's Knife, and it was just this big two-hander.
Oh
And
All the big.
and,
room.
and I thought about that. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if I could use that. And then I got to, and it also talked to him. So I'm like, I was completely surprised by that. I was really happy. And now Borky has a very awkward uncle.
Well, I mean, you went on and on about wanting a talking sword in jest
It was a
or
bit.
otherwise.
It was a bit. I just want a talking sword. He's
Yeah,
like,
you know what also was a
I can't believe I'm not the talking sword in this show.
Yo, but Taka, you do know my fucking remember my bit? I told you to go fuck yourself.
That sounds
he
like
did.
that's always your bit.
Yeah, no, but at that but saying that to a fucking demigod fucking monster and then he does.
Good job. Good job on that one.
Yeah,
All right, so this is a question
thanks for
for
that.
you, Zito, because I know you probably have to take off in a little bit.
yeah,
So
I
got
can
one
probably
for-
take like 2 or 3 more.
Okay, cool. So this one is specifically for you, and this is from Logan Hunter 2. If Task could multi-class into anything, what would it be?
I feel like multiclassing now is kind of pointless, especially for what I wanted him to multiclass into. I wanted either Sorcerer or Warlock, but
Okay, interesting.
but at this current juncture, his stats do not align at all with anything magic. But I really wanted him to dabble into magic. But now that we're in this juncture, and with the fact that we have some time fuckery afoot, an Echo Knight seems pretty cool. But I don't know if Monty would allow such a thing. That's completely on her.
That is absolutely fair. I feel like Monty is very strict on, like, you got to have a reason to do this. Don't just skill jump.
Well, no, not even that, but like it was more like the Echo Fighter came out like maybe 3 months ago.
Fair. Yeah, because all the new stuff she would have to clear.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's been pretty strict on stuff that's in.
Yeah. Echo Knight would be really
books.
cool for Task.
So I guess fighter. If we had a gun to my head, and I had to
you're a
choose something
range guy.
fighter.
Like, it's so. I guess you could be a ranged archer fighter.
I mean,
fact.
playing a bow with a fighter capability isn't fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's not awful. All right, so here's a question, just real quick about an interesting item that you guys have. Spriggs wants to know, hello everyone. I've been curious about the owl bear pelt in the Sweet Dragon. Was it called Waffles as a reference to Dice Camera Action, a D&D show, which also had an owl bear named Waffles, or was that just a coincidence?
It was
Probably
a
coincidence.
There you go. All right. So this is for the whole party. This is from Ray Takashi, saying, if you had to pick a single feature that wasn't a spell list from another class to add some flair to your character, what feature from a class would it be? If you just drop it on.
Isn't pole arm mastery and like one other thing just literally called the bastard combo?
Yeah, and I think it's a feat. I think polearm mastery is just a feat.
Yeah, pole arm mastery,
Yeah.
and then like I forget what the other fucking one was. I think it's like battle master or something, and it's literally called. It's dubbed by everyone who plays this game, even in fucking Adventurers League, the bastard combo.
I mean, yeah.
I'm confused
Sentinel,
by the word.
that's it. Sentinel and pole
Oh,
arm
Sentinel is
mastery.
brutal.
Ah,
Sentinel
yes.
is fucking brutal.
That's
I
one of
love
the feats that
Sentinel, but
Monty doesn't
So you want to talk
allow.
about things that Monty will probably never let in her game? Sentinel, because you have to be able to scale for somebody to wreck your shit.
Yeah. 2 characters in Critical Role have Sentinel, so that should tell you.
And I've watched it just destroy encounters. So it's like, well, I'm gonna move out of your way. I hate you. No, the fuck you won't.
Mm-hmm.
It's you. You can lock somebody down with. I love Sentinel as a player, but I get why DMs are like, I can't fucking stand it.
So what was the question again?
The question was if you could take a single feature from another class, what would you take and drop it onto your character?
A single feature from another class.
Yeah. So like, if you're like, oh man, I really wish I had like Divine Sense or Channel Divinity.
I got it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Greckles.
Warding flare,
Ooh.
because it's just enough, and it would work with the build so well. For anyone who doesn't know, you can interpose divine light between yourself and attacking enemy when you're attacked by a creature within 30 feet that you can see. You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, causing light to flare before the attacker hits or misses. The attacker can't be blind or excuse me, the attacker can't be blind is immune to this. Oh, attacker that is blind cannot be immune to this feature. Blech, words. No, because like again, rogues are all about damage mitigation while staying really loosey goosey, and that would just be a really good thing to have in the back pocket, and it would absolutely make sense for what he does and who he is.
Okay, I have a simple answer. Firearm proficiency.
Nice.
Literally just artificer or fighter firearm proficiency.
No, I was thinking, and the perfect answer was right there in front of me. Definitely meta magic.
Oh, sick.
Yep, meta magic would make panic brutal.
I think specifically Quicken spell would be very powerful on panic.
Oh God,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, yes.
But could you
I'd be
imagine twin casting haste like
up-
fucking Zenrio did?
Yeah, I'd be throwing out vicious mockeries like every turn.
Bang, 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 bang. Brah, brah. What about you, Kurt?
I would cross with Monk.
Okay, what would you
Oh,
take
yeah?
from Monk? With the flurry of blows?
Yeah.
Okay,
And also, like, I would like Borky to be more of an unarmed fighter.
okay.
I think that would be a lot of fun. And I
pretty
just-
powerful.
It would make a lot of sense for him.
Yeah,
So
I think-
you would take specifically you would take the martial arts
Yeah.
feature from. All right.
Yeah, martial arts feat.
Very cool.
Yeah.
For Remy, I would take Unwavering Mark from the Cavalier, which would be amazing. So basically, if you hit an enemy, you can mark them until the end of your next turn, and they have disadvantage on any attacks that aren't made against you. So it's another way to crowd control.
Right.
I would also, if I could, it's basically Sentinel, but hold the line from that same path is basically Sentinel. You hit somebody that can't move. So yeah. I love Cavaliers are great. I think it's a very underrated class for crowd control.
I played with a Cavalier not too long ago.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's also, if you're gonna do like mounted combat, like it's great, and it would fit Remy really well because he's a mounted fighter. So yeah,
Surprised you weren't
but that's
a
the
Cavalier.
aspect of it I would take because I love Eldritch Knights so much.
And if I could take fucking Ascended Step for task,
Oh.
the aspect of the moon, just cast Levitate on myself at will with no expending of a slot or material components.
Oh,
Yeah,
invocations are busted if we're talking like cross-classic shit.
So are you still good to answer more questions, Chris, or do you gotta take off?
I got like one more in me.
Okay, let's see.
I got a couple more, me too.
Let's see. Well, this one's specifically for Borky, but it's a funny question, so I have to ask it because I don't want to miss it. This is from
Okay.
Shade Umbreon. Will Borky
Yeah.
ever admit to Scarbles he likes her?
Who the fuck told you? Get him out! Lock the door! They don't get out! I don't know, actually. I don't know where.
All right, here's another question for Borky. I'm so sorry, everybody else. But there's a
No, it's fine. Dude, I had like fucking 5 questions rapid fire go, so don't worry about it.
All right, so we've got Poke Samus 217 wants to know for Taka. Borky seems very afraid to even consider the idea of using force against the Blood Axes, even after it's been made clear that their society believes that might is what makes right. Is he afraid that if he uses force, he might end up becoming more and more like his father over time, or is there another reason he is so adverse going against the Blood Axes? And if it's spoilery, you don't have to answer.
That's a great question over there. Yeah, it is spoilery. Thank you.
All right, there we go. Thank you for the question. That's a very good question.
Yeah, it's a great question. Thank you very much. That's exactly what's been going on with this, like in roleplay. That's what's going on. Yeah.
Yep. He's trying to avoid taking his dad's route with literally anything. That makes sense, honestly. It makes a lot of sense. And I'm glad that you stick to that. Because it'd be really easy for you, like, let's just kick their ass, but like Borky wouldn't do that. So
That's
like, good
why-
on you.
That's why there's this like, it's like my character's not a smart guy, but he also I think my Borky's empathetic though at least. It'll be interesting to see what happens next.
Here we go. Here's a question from McLeary saying, question for the cast. Hypothetical guest character spin-off episode. Remy, Diggs, Rat, and Object 8 all get dog zoned. What type of dogs do you think they'd be? And his arms be his own dog? I think he'd be the leash. He'd be a leash.
Object 8 would become that one robot dog that everyone bought that one Christmas.
Oh, god damn, you beat me to it.
I was
Well,
actually
I
gonna
did.
say it becomes a Roomba.
I was going to say it becomes Roll. It just becomes Roll from Mega Man.
Roll. You
A
mean?
roll. Or
You mean
what was-
rush?
You mean
Rush. I was sorry. My brain farted.
iDog was the name of the toy.
Okay.
Zen. So who were the guest characters again?
Remy, Diggs, Zen, Rat, and Object 8.
Okay.
And I already have it confirmed from Monty what Remy would be, so that's not even a spoiler.
I think one of them is pretty obvious.
Go for it.
Rat would be a rat terrier.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Boom.
It's
I'm
kind of
trying to-
hard because the others are
I feel-
animals in themselves. So
I feel like Zen would be a golden retriever because of the energy and the loveliness, and it's just like, who doesn't love a golden retriever?
For Diggs, I'm trying to think of like a really good, like, slow but like boxy dog. And I was about to say a boxer, but they are
What-
too high energy for.
What about a
for
Saint
Diggs.
Bernard? What about like a Saint Bernard, like just a big
No, he would become a wiener dog, a very big wiener dog.
Great Dane?
Great Dane works, but I also like the Saint Bernard one. Like that one's kind
Okay.
of like on
Saint
point.
Saint Bernard is pretty on point for Digsby, I think.
yeah.
So would you say Zen is a golden retriever? Would you think he's like a husky? Because I'm thinking or a border collie.
Golden Retriever just fits too fucking well.
I think because it's just such a lovable
Yeah.
dog, and he's so popular. Spoiler: Remy's a German Shepherd. I have it on good authority from Monty that that's what he would
People are
have been.
saying
You.
people are saying Newfoundland.
Newfoundland would also work.
Mm.
That thing's a horse. Newfoundlands are just horses.
Yeah, no, that's just a fucking like beast of burden. It's not even a dog at that point.
Yeah. I mean, basically. All right. So here's a question for everybody. Aeroblade 21X. Question for the crew. If it wasn't for your class features, how much would you change your play style? So do you do? I guess the question is, do you do things because of the way you built your character that you don't normally do in D&D? You're like, oh, my instinct is to do this, but because I built this, I have to do it a different way. Like, man, I want to kick down the door and fight, but I'm a rogue, so I can't be the tank.
I mean, yeah, I had to wrestle a lot with that with Panic. I would get into fights because I'm like, oh, I want to get in there and fucking fight somebody. But I've really had to mellow out my playstyle and lean into more of a supportive role than anything else because I was so used to being a beat stick.
I've actually had to lean in more, and I know that was kind of the point. Because before, it was all about mitigating as much damage as humanly possible, because while everyone else was rocking like 30 HP, I had 10. So one shot would drop me. So I did everything in my power to try and stay at range and stay isolated and grounded. But seeing how good the mobility for the rogue can work, especially with mobile, it's definitely way easier to get in better, stronger hits and still stay out of relative danger. So it's being more aggressive rather than less.
Task has pretty much been on point since day one. Stay in the back, shoot, stay out of combat, shoot, stay out of combat, shoot. I guess the only time that I've seen myself have to change up shit is be a pocket healer. But that's the worst I've had to do.
It's fair. What about you, Kurt? Well, this was your first character, though, right?
Yeah, this is my
So
first
did
character.
you have any instincts where you're like, I want to do this, but I can't because Borky's not built to do it?
Well, I mean, like for me, I wanted to play a dumb barbarian because I'm a dumb barbarian when it comes to playing the game. Really, I didn't. I was just
fair.
leaning into it. Like I asked my sister what one of the easiest classes to play as, and she's like, barbarian. You stand in front of things, get hit, and hit them back. I'm like, okay, I can do that.
Which is a blessing in disguise, because you could have made this fucking insanely miserable for yourself. Instead, I wanted to play a druid. First character. That is literally the worst idea. If there was ever any class, I would tell people, what's your first character? Is this your first time playing D&D? Yeah. What class were you thinking? I want to play a druid. No! You
Hey.
pick something else!
Zeno, Paladin. That was actually my first ever character.
That works, though. But druid
is it, though.
Druid is the most fucking, like, daunting and most mechanic-heavy class for anyone who starts playing this game.
It's either that or a wizard, because you have to fucking have all of the spells that you know and like just in front of you.
But at least the wizard has one thing going for it. The wizard has one thing going for it. The only thing you have to worry about is just like what spell you want to prepare, whereas the druid is spell, placement, how many times can I beast cast,
Wild shape.
How many times can I wild shape, what size does it take, does my archetype fuck with it? There's so many mechanics for druids.
But druids are also super broken if you build them right.
I mean, I'm just saying for first timers.
First timers, I think any kind of caster is tough, like dedicated caster.
Yeah.
I think casters, if you know the game, or at least if you're gonna pick a caster, do something like I think it's sorcerer, where you get like a couple of spells and that's all you have to worry about.
You just get like sources for existing. You don't have to choose.
Or warlock, where it's like I have this pack that gives me these things, and that's it. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. I'm used to playing frontline fighters, so Remy did not. The thing I have to worry about with Remy is I have to be smart. I can't be dumb in battles. I can't just do shit because I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna go over here and kill the king. Like I can't be kill hungry. I have to be very, very careful about what I do on the battlefield because he's a tactician, so he has to look smart and he has to tank and he has to do all these kinds of crazy things. So yeah, that's let's see what else we got on here. Here's an interesting question. Saint Patrick Star has a question for Borky, saying, would Borky ever be religious, like Vetrion, battle / war god, for example?
I've thought about it. I've thought about it entirely, but it's hard to say. Like, Borky's met gods, and he's still not following a particular pantheon, a particular one. He's just like, they're chill, mostly chill. Sometimes they're sexy, but sometimes they're not. Borky's like just thinking about all the different gods in his head. Sometimes they got a lot of mouths. Sadly, that's the unsexy one.
Oh, here we go.
This will probably be my last one, by the way.
You'll like this one. Actually, these are both good. Which one do I want to ask you, Zito? Fuck. All right, this one's quick. Next Train 28 for the crew. If you had to swap weapons with your fellow friends, what weapons would you take?
I think I could really hit someone over the head hard with Panic's guitar.
Honestly, probably Task's bow.
I think Greco's Sunblade would be pretty interesting. We got pretty good ideas.
I'd take Ronfall because I speak giant.
Now that would be fucking interesting.
They're just sitting there just like, well, I'm fucked now. Well, I'm just
basically.
It's okay, copycatter. I understand.
Really?
I would take every. Oh no, take the daggers from fucking Greckles.
I was about to say either take the sads or take the twin daggers.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know what, the twin daggers works.
Because they'd be like, I hate Steve, I hate Nick. It's like, shut up, both of you, fucking go. Because I guess the three of them would just constantly yell at each other.
No, Task would just constantly look like fucking defeated father face the moment he gets home from work. Just nice. 24 hours a day. Oh wait, that's right, Borky has the Thunderbow.
Oh, there you go, Thunderbow. You absolutely take the Thunderbow.
Yep.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Why does Borky have all the cool weapons? Damn. All right.
Because that's literally all I have.
That's fair. All you have is fighting.
I get angry. I get a little bit more angry. I get so angry I don't pay attention. And that's about it, really.
Ooh, Froggy's mom said something really cool, actually. Task with Remy's vampire sword.
That's, yeah, but it's a sword. Could you wield it?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Rangers have martial weapons.
Yep.
Oh, shit. I still forget that I have that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be motivated.
I've been like, all right, yeah, that is his sword now, right?
I'm gonna be fucking motivated as shit. You have no idea.
It's so weird. It's so weird to have a necromancy weapon. It's so fucking weird. I'm not used to necromancy being okay. It's so fucking weird.
Well, it's because it's like neutral necromancy.
I know. It's just so fucking weird.
Not a fucking
I was ready to
evil.
not.
It's a job. It's a career choice.
Nope. Yeah, tell that to Darkus. He's not evil. He's not evil. It's a career choice.
No, listen. I was always of the opinion that like lichdom isn't so much evil as it is you're just making yourself immortal for the sake of knowledge. That's not you being evil. That's just you extending your career.
Well, in most settings, the process to becoming a lich requires you to be
not very
fucking
good.
evil. Unless
Yeah,
you just happen to have like, unless you just happen to have an infant that is cool with you sacrificing it or something.
Listen. That kid's not gonna use it. That kid's not
He
using
would've.
it now. Why can't I?
He would have.
He would have, yeah, but he squandered it.
Hey, Zito.
You also
Pretty fucking
eating
evil.
souls.
All right, I got two more. I got two more quick questions, and then I'm gonna let Zito go.
All right.
We've got Junk Ball Pitcher asking if there's one thing you could change in hindsight about your character. What would it be?
Oh, backstory.
Yeah,
Don't be
backstory. by far, backstory.
Me and myself and Goomba made the mistake with our backstories of
Oh,
having them
yeah.
tethered to a place we are nowhere fucking nearby, and we will probably not be going.
Yep, that's good to. Yep, I'm really glad I came in as a guest character. I'm like, I have a reason to be in Alavast for a long time.
I don't fucking know. Don't be so angry.
That's honestly so. I have to say this because you're about to leave.
Yeah.
One of the critiques I get on Saturday is like, man, Bosco's character on Saturdays reminds me of like early game Task, where I fucking hated how angry and just aggressive he was all the fucking time. Which is a credit to you because you have toned him down considerably throughout the course of the thing.
I
that's-
think toning. Huh?
I love Zoloft Task.
That's fair.
That was the whole fucking point of the character, though, is he's supposed to be a fucking irredeemable shitlord until something like fucking changes him.
I agree, and I love that you got to go on that journey. And I think toning him down.
No, and I wanted that journey to happen to the character. It's just that, like, listen, I fucking agree with everyone that Task, like, fucking season 1 and 2 Task is a fucking annoyance and absolutely bitter, angry, and like there's no reason for him to be here because he just brings down the fucking energy of everyone else. You're 100% right.
I agree.
That's the character.
Uh-huh. And honestly, I like when the audience can like come out and so like somebody actually said it about the other show was like, man, I really just don't like this character. I'm like, that's cool. In fiction, there's tons of characters who are like, I don't like this guy, and then they grow on you for whatever reason. You're like, oh, you know, he was a shit, but he's slowly redeeming himself. He's slowly making up for it. Like I see why I can relate to him.
Harry Potter.
I honestly see Greckles as a somewhat Zuko, because it's not the fact
That's
that
rough, buddy.
Thank you. It's not that he was angry, because Zuko was fucking angry, but he was very angsty in his motivation. And then once he lost that, the quote, why am I so bad at being good? It's like, for Greckles, it's like, how do I be sociable and nice and not just a brooding dick? So that's kind of the vibe that I would get, because he's fucking awkward now. Like, he doesn't brood. There's just a lot of weird shit that happens that's really awkward for him because he doesn't know anything else besides. Sorry, that's my 2 cents.
Panic. Anything you would change in hindsight?
In hindsight?
Yeah. Like looking back, be like, you know, if I had done this.
No, I don't think I would have changed anything about Panic's backstory.
Kurt, you said not tethering him, right?
There's just not a lot there to change. My backstory is literally, I am a devil bard. He got kicked out of his hometown because he's a tiefling. His mom also got run out of town, so he wants to find her, and that's it, pretty much. There's really nothing there I would change.
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't change anything about Remy's backstory. Most of what I wrote was for me. Like, I showed it to Monty, but like most of the stuff that I came up with was just to have an idea of what Remy would act like. But like, I made sure he was tied to Alavast, so I wouldn't change anything about his backstory either, because there was never the expectation that any of it would matter. Monty's hinted at it. She's like, "Oh, you're Remus Corbeau." Like, people know who he is because he's a fucking noble and he has like a past, which is cool. But beyond that, like, I'm happy with how he is. Very happy. And so the last question before we let Zito go, This is from Glitch. He wants to know which party member would win in a battle royal.
Okay.
Who?
Borky.
Yeah, I would. Here's the thing. I beat some of the guys backstage before we even get there. I'm winning that
Borky is
battle
the only
royale.
frontline fighter of the main four. He would destroy everybody unless they all teamed up on him.
Like there'd be this moment in the middle of the battle royale where like Digsby and like Borky look at each other like, and then that's where everyone clears out because now the two big guys are about to start slap meat together.
I was gonna.
Let them knock each other out.
The only way Borky loses is if he goes after like fucking Task, who can maybe take a hit or two or panic, and then the other two just team up on him.
Borky doesn't win though because he's gonna be tricked and he's gonna go over the top rope. Fucking hell, Borky.
Honestly, and I say this just because of how much mitigation and tricky shit I got. In a one-on-one, Greckles might be able to pull it off.
If he can't hit you, then yeah.
If depending on how mobile he can get and how many spells he can throw out, but I mean one wrong roll, it's done.
Well, that's like for Task against fucking Greckles, because like, yeah, I can hit you, but you can nerf one of the hits, and if my other hit doesn't hit you, then I'm just straight fucked.
The other nice thing about Panic is if you don't get to him in a turn, he can mess with your mind and be like, command drop, and then just start on you.
I think I have an unfair advantage at this point because I can summon a demon.
But that notwithstanding, but that could also kill you.
It's been more a nuisance than anything. It's
with your luck, you would summon it and it would look at you and go, you, and you'd be like, oh no, Hulk, no.
Haha, Dimension Door.
Haha, Dimension Door.
Have fun, guys.
Bitches.
I mean, it all has to do also with like terrain and shit too.
There's a lot of factors, but I think if we're just talking about everybody going after each other and not focusing on one person, I feel like Borky would just outlast people.
Yeah.
But if you team up, then absolutely, because you'd eliminate the big guy, and then it'd be really interesting to see what happens. Because I feel like Panic would absolutely get jumped by Greckles and Task, who would then fight it out between the two of them, and it's like, okay, well, who's gonna get hit first? Because they're both mobile and they can both hit at range.
There's a lot of factors, and I can equally see each of us winning in different scenarios.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is a good way to put it. But that being said,
there's no definitive.
That being said, we're gonna let Zito go because I know he's got some stuff to do.
Yeah.
Bye, Zito.
Thank you for
having me, friends.
No, thank you for popping by. I'm cool to go until about 10, which is when we normally end, if everybody else is, unless somebody else has to go. Gaijin, do you need to take off?
I got a couple more in me that I probably
Okay, cool.
Also, Zito, when are we gonna hang out? You live downstairs.
What? Did he move into your building?
No, it's
No, it was a deceptive way to say that I was close by.
Oh, well, he's not wrong. You should hang out with him.
I mean,
Yes, we have
at a safe distance of 6 feet.
Don't have to ask him twice.
You're gonna have to just hit me up about that, dude.
Okay.
All right. I know it's a two-way device. It's weird. Phones. I know.
I know.
It's
Fuck.
weird.
No, we need carrier pigeon for this.
Get lost.
Fair enough.
Who's gonna carry it over to his house?
That's a great question.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I'll see you around.
Have a good one, dude. Thank you for popping by.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's keep the good times rolling. Oh,
we've officially stopped
this is an
accepting
interesting
questions because we have so much, and there's
we
no
have so
way
many.
to
Yeah,
do them all.
we're not going to get through all of them at this point. I have long since given up. We're just going to keep chugging along. But this one's for Borky if you're ready, Kurt.
No.
This is from
Yeah, what's up?
Frost Easy. For Borky, if you could describe each party member with one word, what would that be?
Okay.
Not
so
including guests unless you want to.
Let's do it. Let's do the guests too, but you say their name and then Borky will just respond.
Okay, here we go. We're going to start with the main cast. So, Panic.
Sexy.
Greckles.
Blur.
Task.
Mad.
Rivy.
Horny.
Digsby.
Gigs.
Object 8.
Who?
Rat.
Was that one? Was that one?
Rat. I said rat.
Sexier.
Hey,
Wow. Lily.
Perfect.
I shit you not, Taka. That's exactly how lizard folk name people.
That's fair.
Just an adjective of what they think.
So, how about Zenrio?
Chill.
Aw, Remy.
Okay.
I was waiting for the punchline. That was well done.
There we go.
Oh my god. I'm very happy with that. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
I feel like I probably missed somebody, but it'll click and I'll come back and be like, oh wait, so and so, and then I'll run back and grab them. All right, let me continue to look through questions.
For Greckles, I was gonna say backstory. I was going to want to make him sound cool, but I didn't want to shit on it. It's like
There's nothing to shit on. It's not there.
Fair. The chat's not yelling at me about Ms. Oh no, we're not doing guest stars. They haven't really. All right, Cliff.
what?
Oh.
Cliff from the Mercs, because you technically met him.
I don't got anything for Cliff. I didn't.
See, you ruined it. This is what you get. The word would be adorable.
Cliff.
Or adorkable. Here we go. Pyrotherian with a question to the crew. What's your character's favorite animal or magical creature?
Okay. That would be the pigeon.
It's fair. Panic?
Hank's a dog person.
Specific kind of dog?
I thought he likes doggy style.
Oh, God. Greckles, do you have one?
I think Greckles would be a cat person.
I would agree with that. I feel like a cat fits his demeanor.
Not for irony's sake or anything like that, but yeah.
Panic? Did you say a specific dog or just dogs in general?
Like a
Oh,
dogs
like a
in
hellhound,
general,
like a devil dog.
Yeah.
Devil dogs are delicious. I love to eat them. Let's see. Oh, Remy. Yeah, Griffin. Duh. That's easy. Here's an interesting question. We've kind of answered it, but we can go over it again. Las Carfuffle wants to know, what's everyone's favorite arc been?
It's a tie between the Underdark and Panic's arc.
Those,
I know they're kind of one and the same, but really they're also kind of like the Underdark involving the Deep Gnome / Bob and the crew versus the beyond that into the realm of Discord and whatnot.
I really, really enjoyed the Sun Nazi arc, the one where we fought against the clergy with the boat and everything. I fucking loved that because Monty did something not a lot of DMs do, successfully told a story from two separate perspectives.
Yeah.
That made it feel really cinematic. It felt really, every time it cut back to like Remy, I was like, if we were to ever animate a story arc, that would be the arc I would want animated, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just because I thought it was really great. The finish was fantastic.
That almost didn't happen. True story.
Yeah, I believe that too. Like, I cannot overstate how much I loved the finish of that because it ended with like, it was this big orc thing. Borky got the killing blow after being dropped, getting up with one health, confused for a second. Hey, what? Oh, there he is, get him. And then fucking kills him. It was just, it was like, it involved everybody playing to their roles. It involved lots of strategy, and it worked. It was such a great story. Also, Kiwi coming back to life and saving Remy was the best.
Yeah. that was pretty good. No, but we almost didn't get the cut back and forth because Monty asked me, he's like, are you okay with only having like maybe a half an hour total, like 15-minute segments of time while everybody else is doing stuff? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I will sit here quietly for hours if only to get 15 minutes of time because that's how much I loved those moments because it's so rare to get something focused on you, especially as a guest character. So I'm like, I don't care, whatever I can do to support the show. Plus, I think it added to how much you hated Athar to watch him just kick the shit out of Remy, and then it added to the drama of Gruul to watch him like just kidnap these two. Like it added to it to see it happen.
It made it very. That's why I said it felt very cinematic.
Yeah, and I didn't mind sitting there at all. Like a lot of people on the YouTube go, well, I can't believe Bosco's not getting more time. I'm like, this is not my story. I'm just happy to fucking be here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was really good. Frying pan chat's going crazy. Here's a question from Milla Ninja. This is for everybody. What has been your favorite monster or enemy to fight and why? Whether it's Unexpectables or even in other games.
Favorite monster to fight?
Yeah. Or enemy in general.
I think the most interesting monsters we fought, I think, were the vampire fledglings in Tricadia, because we had to do a lot. We had a lot to look out for. They were strong, first of all. They were smart, and they could infect us with diseases like vampirism or werewolfness or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, lycanthropy?
Or you'll be infected by lots of birds.
That's true.
Or as Borky calls it, heaven.
What?
Lots of
that was hell.
Oh, okay.
The land of Bloodborne was terrible. Okay.
The land of Bloodborne.
I actually really liked Tricadia.
I missed that arc. I'm so sad.
In character, it was harrowing, and it reaffirmed why Panic left.
I fucking miss Ravenloft the setting. Like it was so good. Every time I would listen to one of the episodes,
Is
like,
Ravenloft anyone's favorite place in fucking Half-Life?
That's Ravenhold.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, you cross the streams,
Nice.
but I love you anyway.
I'm crossing my eyes, dude. I'm
That
out of it.
too. It's that time of night.
I actually really like Ravenholm in Half-Life.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it puts you.
It took headcrab zombies and made it worse by making them fast. That's
Yeah.
the worst.
That's
It's
the whole
fucking
point.
neat.
You also didn't have anything except like your gravity gun and circular saws.
It's the best
was
segment
such a-
in the game.
I was such a bitch in that part of the game. Such a little bitch. I hated it. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Anybody else? Favorite enemy? Grackles?
Honestly, the sunburn, because it had
Nice.
because not only was it such a really interesting, unique design, but it had everything to do with the entirety of Sully's narration. Every single negative shadow from her past, from the base flumph design to all the individual heads, like it was one of the most creative fights, creative monsters that I've seen in a very long time. And then I think the other one, I don't know why it sticks out, but I think it has a lot to do with the music and the presence build-up, was Ronfault, like at the very, very beginning. There was there was a weird twinge of like actual horror that I felt seeing him for the first time, the tone and music that accompanied him, and the fact that we were powerless to do anything. Like that weirdly hit home when it really shouldn't have.
I remember Task shooting a bow and an arrow just gets in his shoulder, just like flicks it off. I'm like, oh, that's bad.
Mm-hmm. Ronfault was goddamn terrifying.
He was terrifying. It was just wasn't what we were expecting at all. Like it completely caught us off guard.
And the lead up to him was great too, because we followed in the wake of all the shit that he put down, you know, like finding a paladin killed by it, all these rumors to talk. The setup for Ronfault was so good because it had a lot of time to breathe. That's just me though.
That was the first 5 episodes too. Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the finale of that episode 5 was done down at Bosco's place.
It was. Yep. I remember you screaming your head off. You're like, "Oh shit!" And I thought maybe one day I'll get to have that much fun
What's the
lo
next
and behold-
question, Bosco? Who's taking the questions for this?
Wow.
I got one more in me, by the way.
Okay, cool. For me, it was the Arcanoloth and all the fights leading up to it because I felt like that's where Remy actually got to do his shit. But I love those fights. Let's see. I'm trying to find one that's for everybody. Oh, here we go. Here's an interesting one. Choco Grim asks, "How do you guys choose what voice to give your character?"
I mean, I just ripped mine straight.
Gaijin, would you like to
War.
start? Notable voice actor Gaijin Goomba.
Oh, hush! First of all, no, like it's funny because Kenku speak through mimicry, and that could take any and all forms. I actually had people get really pissed off at me because it's like, oh, you talk like a regular person. It's like, no, not really. You don't know why, but maybe you'll find out in a little bit. And you know, above game, Greckles talks like that because he heard a really tough guy talk like that once, and he thought that's how tough people talked, and that's how it went.
The greatest reveal to Remy ever.
I know. I mean, then
so good because Remy, I was like, "Oh, that's adorable."
And then I try to slide it in a little bit with the whole with the babyfying. It's like completely different voice. I honestly should play with that mimicry more often, but there hasn't been a whole lot of opportunity to play with it too much. But like, it's really it's very base situational, because he's not a tough guy, but he's trying really hard to be one. So that's where that came from.
Nice. I still remember when Greckles and Remy were in the bushes because they were trying to sneak up on the clergy. And Greckles was trying to talk Remy through how to fucking do a voice and then mimicked Remy's voice to him. And Remy was like, "I don't know how you did that." "Hello, I am a bird, human person." It's like, yo, buddy, don't talk. I'm bad with the voices. I'd love to see you mimic more shit. What about you, Panic?
Yeah, my name's Squisgar Squiggles, and you are all douchebags. Except my voice is the different accent, and also a little more grammatically correct. But yeah, in essence.
For those people that might not understand what you're doing,
it's a fucking Metalocalypse reference. It's Squisgar Squiggle's speech pattern.
There you go.
Knows why yours got to be like this, Squisgar.
This shit sounds the fucking pits, Toki.
I mean, like, it could be better, but...
No, this place is total sausage fest.
Oh, jeez.
Is it because it's in a butcher shop or what?
Yeah.
It'd be exactly where they would be.
It's a pretty metal place to be, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, they like chop up meat. It's crazy. We eat that shit. We chop up like baby lambs, and then we stuff that meat into their intestines. Sausage is the most brutal of all foods.
Dude. Kurt, do you have a rhyme or reason why Borky sounds like he does?
Fucking Dawn of War, man. Like, just what the orc sounds like Dawn of War. I mean, they went like, wait a minute, what if? Hold on. And then since then, that's been what the default orc voices sound like. They sound like a bunch of North England fucking football fans. Okay, that's what they sound like.
And it is a super fun voice. I miss October.
Hang on a minute.
Hey, hold on. I just had a sec. I just had a thought. Yeah, it's just fun.
What would that not be?
Oh, what I was thinking is, what if we have more darker?
We can never have enough darker.
That's exactly it. And they're at the business meeting in suits. Daka and Orky is just going up always. All clapping. No matter what, it's just always going.
There's a
Straight up.
It's just
Straight up line grab.
There's an arrow the arrow's going down. It says Humies, Spocky Humies.
Humies.
Yeah. It's just like, I have a proposition. What if we make it more orky? Everyone just starts clapping. Bravo, great idea.
Amazing.
I've got a revolutionary idea. What if we made it red? No, well, wait, no. But what about green?
Oh, it is best.
It's the OP's color.
That's good stuff.
God.
Good stuff.
All right,
That's
Gaijin, we'll
why.
go to bed.
All right. Good
It's
night,
that
everyone.
time for you.
Get out of here,
Good
Goomba.
night.
Where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba. Hopefully my video will come back if Ghibli isn't a dick and I don't have a copyright strike anymore. Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. I do lots of Jappers things. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping
And
by.
just a heads up to everybody out there, we'll probably go another 15 minutes, which will bring us to 10 o'clock PST, which is normally when we end these. So, thank you guys for being troopers and being on the West Coast or having no sleep schedule, Connor.
Yeah. Yee.
So, question for everybody. Logos Magus wants to know, if your characters were in a fighting game, what would their taunts be?
If their characters, what? Sorry.
If your characters were in a fighting game, what would their taunts be?
I mean, I already got my catchphrase. I'm so fucking psyched for this answer.
It's time to get okay.
It's time to get porky. Ooh, ah, like Roman Reigns.
Fucking Roman Reigns.
See
Yeah, he goes,
every
"Ooh,
vicious mockery I've ever done.
Basically. All right, well, that went a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. Hey, Ruby
Wait,
Flash
no.
wants to
What
know
would Remy's taunts be?
what would Remy's taunts be? He would probably say his house words. He'd probably say "Never die easy."
Hey, come now.
No, he'd probably say "Never die easy" to start the match. If he taunted in game, he would he would have duels. He would either have at you, because of course, or he would have "Never die easy." If it was a taunt in the game, it would probably be something like, "Yeah, is that all you've got?" And then if he won, he would probably be, "You clearly need more training," or something fucking generic like every other game.
Panic's taunts would absolutely be a part of his mechanics, though. Like he'd get
Yeah, his
like,
vicious mockery would have to be in the game. Like you would have to like taunt people.
He'd get like a bar. It's like, hey, if I wanted to kill myself with you, I'd climb your I'd climb your ego and fall to your IQ.
I can already tell that the hitboxes on your character's attacks are gonna be bullshit, and you're gonna get nerfed after the game comes out.
Oh god, yeah.
Especially near my legs. We got the big hitbox down there.
Fucker.
That's because you have a third leg.
Oh, yeah, but it's
don't-
mechanical. Ruby
know,
Flash 15
Got the sweet
wants
spot,
to know,
too.
why is Borky in love with Scarbles? Like, what does he particularly like about her in that regard? You're welcome.
He doesn't
to
understand. That's a joke.
Oh, God. He doesn't know?
He doesn't know, really. He's just like, I don't. She's just kind of living her best life. Independent, got a job. That's hot.
Compact, perfect height.
Compact, can fit in most overhead bins. Perfect. I mean, really, it just makes traveling. I don't know. Shut up. Get out of here. You're fake.
For everyone, this is from Chronos 852. Your character wakes up in the following body: A. Tubbs, B. Log, or C. Kiwi. After picking one of those characters, what is the first thing you do when you wake up in that body? Tubbs, Log, Kiwi. So who do you wake up as, and what's the first thing you do?
I wake up as Tubbs and just drink it in, man.
Nice.
I'd wake up as Log and revel in my power.
Remy would wake up as Kiwi and just think, oh, damn it.
Different
all right.
Maybe the morning you wake up as Kiwi was, of course, the pillow for Brooke that one night. He was.
You'll think that's
Basically.
awkward. Try waking up next to one of those people.
Oh, you
Rock,
know.
it's a living.
Oh, man. Ghost Detector says, for Bosco, how rich is Remus's family?
Yeah, how
Very.
Very. Really? Actually.
Very. Very. The correct answer is very.
Borky's gonna come into your house and start like rubbing his boots on your couch. Buy another one, you rich motherfucker.
You rich fuck.
Nice. All right, so this is another one. To everybody, who do you see? Who does your character see as the greatest threat to themselves and Alavast?
Wait, what?
Who does your character see as the greatest threat to themselves and to Alavast?
The Oran clergy.
Yeah, I'd have to
Good
say
answer.
that one as well.
greatest threat to Remy is probably God.
Destiny
trying to think.
itself.
No, God. Probably the Orin clergy is the greatest threat to Remy, but I think Remy would think that the greatest threat to Alavas is itself.
Yeah.
That's not true. I'm here. Have you met Panic Grimtongue?
Well, because I think Remy has already expressed that he's very worried about Alavas tearing itself apart from the inside. So that's kind of that would think it's his biggest fear, because like it's very segregated and there's like very strict rules, and it's still very new and figuring itself out. So it's very vulnerable to
racist
sabotage.
old bitches in power.
Yep.
Racism
all right.
in my D&D?
No.
It's more likely than you think.
Here's a D&D question. Novagen wants to know, if you were to play another campaign on stream, what system would you use that isn't D&D?
It's hard.
Well,
fuck.
I mean, we've used Wrath and Glory. We've also used Rogue Trader. If I had to choose something else, it would have to be with the right people, because I think it might be too complicated for some people. But
you can just say me. You can say me. fucking don't subtweet me, you piece of shit. Just fucking at me on Twitter.
Shadowrun. Jesus Christ.
What the hell?
Yeah. 1 second.
What just happened?
I don't know. I think
he knocked over literally everything in the room. Continue answering, I suppose.
I forgot what the question was.
Oh my god! If you were to play another system, what would it be?
Shadowrun. I think
you
would be
stole
one
my
of them.
answer. I would have picked Shadowrun too. I fucking love Shadowrun.
Gosh.
Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Although I guess that's D&D, right? That's a D&D module.
Well, it's a setting, not a system.
Yeah. So Shadowrun. You gotta fucking run Deathwatch. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Deathwatch would be fun because you're just a fucking Superman.
You've played one Warhammer system. You've played them all. It's just what
That's
flavor.
Fair. It's how powerful are you?
Yeah. I have.
What
actually...
about fucking Vampire the Masquerade or fucking?
Yeah,
Werewolf?
I'd fucking love to play Vampire.
Vampire the Masquerade would be fucking badass. White Wolf games are so good.
My bubbly tower fell over.
Your bubbly tower, huh? A little bit of the bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Okay, I'm just heartbroken. It's okay.
Why? Did you break everything?
It took a long time to build it.
So this was constructed, not just there.
No, it was assembled. It was assembled slowly, and every because this, not to get too serious, but like I drink a lot of like carbonated water just because I can't drink booze. So like it's like the closest I can get to beer. So that's why I drink a fuck ton. So I had a big tower I was gonna make to take a photo. I made a tower because I wanted to take a photo of it, and I guess I wasn't anywhere near it. It just fell over. I guess nature itself found a way to end that piece of art.
Life finds a way.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got another message from Ecan, who wants to know, for everyone, if your character were to swap classes with someone else in the party, which one would they take? This includes you too, Bosco. P.S. Go Team Bosco. Oh, thank you. My one fan, I'll send you your check. I paid them to come in here.
Though.
Swap with fucking Greckles. I'd be a rogue.
It's a cross check. You want to be a rogue? Nice.
Yeah.
I would like to be what Remy is. I would like to be an elderly knight.
Really?
Yes, are you a Hextech warlock or what's your character?
No, Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, I was trying to an elderly knight.
An elderly knight. Nice. Oh boy. What would Remy want to switch with? Is this like for everyone? If you were to oh, this is for me. If I were to character swap, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'd swap with Panic because we need a fucking support. We need a fucking support class if we're not gonna have a fucking healer. Yeah, that's what I would do. That has no bearing on like, oh yeah, this character may no, it's strictly mechanical. We need a fucking buff guy. Let's see. Running through because we got about 4 minutes. Oh, here we go. JNP has a question saying, has there been one item advertised in the Alavast Oracle that you would really wish to be in this campaign?
The Alavast Oracle itself.
Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah.
I can agree with that. Shut up, Arkoff. He knows what he did. Let's see. I'm trying to find a really good question. A lot of doubles. Remember, guys, try to read over some of these questions because there's a lot of doubles.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Noah has a really interesting question saying, guys, I've been around since episode 50, then binged every episode beforehand till now. My question is, which NPC moment was the most moving for your character, lies included?
Oh shit, lies included? Well, lies. Like, yeah, that's a pretty strong one there. And I mean, yeah, lies. I think that was one of the most powerful episodes. I think I really defined the show, in my opinion. It was really
I have
cool.
to agree with that, but if I had to pick one that wasn't related to lies, I'd say Panic and Helena forgiving each other when they first met.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that is a good one.
For Remy, two come to mind off the top of my head. Number one is the conversation that he had with Willow, where they were playing chess and he finally beats her. And they talk about just life and what Willow means to Remy and what Remy means to Willow. Like that, I thought that was a really cool exchange because I felt like they had like a brother-sister moment. And that's where that bond really solidified. And then the second one was Stendon, where Remy literally took the sword he used to kill the Arcanoloth and left it with Stendon, saying, "This is that creature is the last thing it'll ever slay." Which let me take the fucking cool vampiric blade, but it was also a really cool story moment for Remy to go through that whole thing, like putting the coins on the coffins and going through the procession and paying his respects, and then leaving that sword there with Stendon. Fucking solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find one more good question to end on. Oh, here we go. This is a really cool one. And this is like a weird one, so it's no wrong answer. Okay, but why though is the name. Wants to know which video game story do you think your characters would fit best in if they replace the main character?
Brutal Legend.
God
yes.
of War.
Dragon Age. Boom.
Wow, we did not.
We were on top of that shit.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom.
Hell yeah.
Brutal Legend was actually a big motivator for wanting to play as Panic.
Yeah, that's really good.
The game was stupid fun, even though the game decides to become a different game halfway through.
It needs a snequel.
It does.
There's no way they can afford. They can't have the.
Well, they can go ahead and just not buy the licenses to a bunch of songs and have the budget for like fucking new songs.
No,
Maybe.
nope, sorry. Let's get Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh
again.
God. So Connor, do you want? Go ahead.
No, I was just fucking doing a shitty Ozzy impression.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, do you want to read off some bits before we send them all off?
There's many bits to read off.
Oh boy,
I'm sure there was some that were donated while we were going.
McLeary 9615. Thank you for the 500 bits. Probate is amazing. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Raider Lalo, thank you for
he's right.
resubscribing for 2 months. Pretty Venus, thank you for the 20 bits. Defective Sheep, thank you for the 300 bits. I find it kind of cheeky how Wizards of the Coast shown their support for... don't know if I should read the rest of that.
Probably not. That sounds like it was going down a dark road.
Thank you for the 300 bits, regardless, Defective Sheep. Blackfoot Fair, thank you for the 420 bits. What's love got to do with it? Praise Tina Turner. Thunderdome. Thank you for the 420 bits.
Can we just get beyond it, guys?
Pseudonym, thank you for the 200 bits. What Smash character would your characters try to main? God.
Oh, fuck.
I think this is easy. It'd be Falco.
Bayonetta for the mind games. Even though I personally have a little great distaste for Bayonetta.
Or it could just be DK.
For shits and gigoos.
Where we go now? Shadow of the Rampage, thank you for subscribing for 2 months. Alexander the Great, thank you for the 300 bits. Beans.
Beans.
Barbarous ZX, thank you for the 100 bits. What type of celestial species would we want to see /encounter/fight? Also, why is the answer Grace and Glory? TPKing the party. What kind of celestials would want to fight? I don't really know the stats of celestials, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, we're not encyclopedias. Sorry.
Yeah, it would be cool though.
Indeed.
Debongsk, thank you for subscribing for 2 months. Debongsk. So glad to have been here for so long. I love you so much. Bosco, why are you mad I need my cat Remy?
I'm not. Who's mad that you named your cat Remy?
Oh no, are you mad?
That's great. That's very flattering. Remy? Thank you so much.
Yeah. John 49357, thank you for the 100 bits. Question, and it's for all of you. What would happen if your character were to lose a body part? Would you replace it or no?
I'd just grow it back because there's a spell for that.
Depends on the body part.
That's true. Let's not go down that road.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and say yes, you'd try to get it replaced. Or grown back or something. Lilac the Warfox, thank you for the 200 bits. Drops coin bag. Your gold payment. Thank you so much. Epic Lunch, thank you for the 100 bits. What's everybody's favorite NPC? We've already answered that.
We have.
Viridian Winter, thank you for the 500 bits. What is everyone's favorite moment in the campaign so far? We already answered that.
We have answered that. Also, guys, just a heads up. We can't really answer questions in bit drops because, one, they'll either be at the beginning or the end. Also, we'd have to skip all the Discord ones. So just in the future, if we skip your question on bits, it's because technically we have to go to the Discord first. So no, that's just a heads up. But thank you for the donations. We appreciate it.
Yeah. CG, thank you for the 100 bits. We need to get a bag of beans in game, just so everyone in the game could all at once go, beans!
Beans! Beans!
Elated Megalodon, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Okay, praise trains in the station. Let's do this. You guys you're just my favorite people. Even disregarding the Unexpectables, your guys' passion for games and D&D and culture and devil triggers and friends, it makes me forget for a while that the world is a dumpster fire, and I think we all need that now more than ever. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. I'm gonna go back to my Shark Tank and draw Unexpected Souls shit, like I've been doing for months. Well, thank you so much, Elated Megalodon.
Hey, Connor, is it wrong that I thought he was gonna say, well, with the exception of Bosco?
I mean,
he was leading up to like, Bosco notwithstanding, you guys are great. Like in my brain, I was ready for that punchline to hit, and it just never came.
Lady Megalodon, thank you so much for your support, and thank you for the 1,000 bits as well. Gray Fox 01313, thank you for the 200 bits. Can't stay, but happy birthday, Monty. Don't party too hard this weekend. Humaladen, thank you for the 200 bits. Heaven or Hell, round 1, fight. And McLeary, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community to VTech325, Leargo, Bruno Unis, Trackfire 3, and Ducking 63, and that is all of them.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna go around the horn. Hey, Kurt.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Takahata101, where tomorrow is the next episode of Multiverse Nexus Wrestling. And whoa, we got some fun matches for you. We're on the road to Multivania, a show that many people in the community are putting together. Arkov, Bosco, and many other people, and several other people, I believe, are helping out too with that. It was just us three.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's happening.
everybody's helping because they're all getting their characters ready, so everybody's
Hell
chipping
yeah.
in.
Friday, of course, we're getting back to playing a little bit of The Fractured Butthole, and that'll be starting up at 1 o'clock. And it will maybe see some more Total Warhammer 2. We've got the new Orc update, a lot of fun to play, and some more radios coming back, so enjoy.
Oh, Connor.
Bosco.
You should do the thing, baby, do the thing.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch at Distortion Devil. I'm streaming Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesday is Ring Fit Adventure / RAW Roll Initiative Wrestling, my own D&D themed WWE 2K20 show, where they uses the chat's D&D characters as wrestlers. Friday, it's Friday Funhouse, where I play a lot of party games with my friends, and we have a whole lot of fun. Saturday is Bayonetta. Sunday, we're making Devil May Cry mods. You can also find me right here on twitch.tv/The Unexpectables, Wednesdays and Saturdays for the Unexpectables and the Prince Division, respectively. And on Thursdays tomorrow, I will also be over on twitch.tv/Colonel Cheru, playing another D&D character of mine, Heleno Broen, the human war cleric.
Ooh.
Also, I'm partnered with the good people over at Apocalypse Studios
Woo!
to help promote their newest game, Dead House Sonata. And if you are at all interested in a free-to-play 6-player cooperative action RPG set in a dark fantasy setting where you play as the dead to fight the living, then definitely check it out. I will be in it.
Yeah.
You're the dead?
Hmm?
You're the dead?
Yeah, you're the dead, and you fight the living.
Nice. Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah.
That is some topsy-turvy shit. Also, gotta send a shout-out to our boys who are no longer here, but we gotta send a shout-out to twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba. Greckles, unfortunately, had to duck just a little bit early, so check him out over on Twitch and on his YouTube channel at Gaijin Goomba with no H, I believe, is the YouTube channel. That might also be the Twitch channel. Use an H, and then don't use an H. You'll figure it out. You've heard the Unexpectables. Also, twitch.tv/Zito, where you can check out him doing all of his homebrew stuff and playing crazy video games, and check out his stuff on the DMs Guild and wherever homebrews are sold. He loves that kind of stuff. That being said, it is late, and we are all hungry, and we need to find somebody to raid.
That is
Need
true.
somebody to raid.
So
God.
we got Rabbit on, we've got Clown Depot on, who we don't rate a ton. We've also got Simon from MNW along with that one schmuck. We've got Therapod, who just started streaming.
Wait. I realized something.
Yeah.
What's up?
Bosco didn't plug himself again.
Oh, that's fair. But yeah, so Therapod. I
do it. Plug yourself, man.
No, I'm good. You'll understand the bit. I'll explain it later. There's a bit going on. You just gotta let it ride. Somebody will be very happy. I'll message them afterwards. They'll be very happy. But yeah, so I'd say maybe Therapod or Clown or even Octopim streaming.
Well, you know what? Why can't I see? Do I not follow them? So it's just Clown Depot on Twitch, right?
Yeah, it's Clown_Depot. CLOWN_DEPOT.
Oh, right. I can't raid people. I don't have permission to raid.
Who does have permission to raid?
Monty.
Is she the only one?
Well, I could switch over to her account, but it would ping her phone. And I don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah, no, never mind. Okay, well that. Oops. Well, I guess we're just gonna end the stream, so we gotta say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah, go to Clown Depot.
Go to Clown Depot and give him lots of love. All right, Connor, take us home. Send us off.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.